Yeah, Philly, stand up. Born from concrete cracks and steel ambition. This ain't a podcast, it's a street tradition. For Xavier Gregory, who lived the creed, planted greatness with a champion seed. From the grid on scrimmage, boxing rings glory. This is the gritty Philly podcast story. We bring the pain to heart, the fight, the fire. Lifting legends and the truth up higher. This is the gritty Philly podcast. Yeah! Long live Xavier Gregory!
Hey, what up, y'all? It's Big C's from the Gritty Philly podcast. I do appreciate everybody who tuned in the last episode when I had Josh on here from Empowering Cuts. It was a great episode. He gave me a great gift with the picture of my son. Again, Josh, I appreciate you coming on and being able to talk about everything that, you know, your mom's struggles and everything, and talk about what you do for the community. I do appreciate it. And, you know, I just want you to keep going and doing your thing, man. So this week, we have a real important episode to me, and a real important episode to somebody who's, you know, been fighting for the last 2 years and putting everything they need to into getting justice for her son. So this week we have Kayla on, who is Javi's mother. Javier Velez was a kid that was taken from us, you know, due to a drunk driver who was just, you know, careless. So I wanted to bring his mom on so she could tell her story and everybody can hear it and know, you know, who Javi was. So how you doing, Kayla?
How are you? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime. You know, I'm, you know, grateful to have you on. You know, we've been talking about this for months.
For sure.
You know, my main thing was always about honoring your son, you know, and I wanted to have you on so you could talk, you know, tell your side of the story, you know, and, you know, you sitting across from another grieving parent,
100%.
you know. So, I mean, for me, this was the most important episode besides my son's episode that I did in the beginning. This was the most important episode I wanted to have with you because I wanted to talk to you about this.
Yeah, and it's not a lot that we get to talk to other parents who are grieving, or let alone talk to people who feel what you feel. So it's kind of like you always feel like you're an outsider because when you try to talk about it, it's not a lot of people that understand. So, you know, something like this is great for people like us.
Yes. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, it took this, our tragedies for us to meet, you know, on something like this. I definitely get what you're saying. Like when, you know, you talk about it with people, sometimes it can be uncomfortable, or, you know, it can, you know, bring people's moods down because, you know, you're going through all the pain and suffering, and then, you know,
you also just feel misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like talking to a brick wall because It's like, I'm telling you all of this, but you really don't know. Like, you really don't know what it feels. You really have no idea.
Right.
So,
yeah, no. So it's definitely like that because, you know, nobody's going to understand that pain because they haven't lost their child, you know, whereas we have lost our kids, you know.
And a lot of the times you bump into people who they mean well, like, you know, they mean well, but they're like, I lost my grandmom and, you know, I lost my uncle. And it's like, all grief is heartbreaking, but it's never nothing compared to your child.
Never.
Like, I say it all the time. I want to say maybe parents hurt, and then your kid is like number one. Losing a child, because it's so rare. Like, obviously nowadays, a lot of more people are losing their children, which, to my knowledge, it wasn't happening that much
when we were
kids. You know, you rarely hear of a kid dying unless, you know, sickness or, you know, something like that. But you barely hear about kids dying. And it's like, for me, I haven't lost a parent to compare. But when you think of a parent, you think about they were obviously old enough to give birth, obviously old enough to have raised and had children. When we're speaking about our kids who didn't have that opportunity yet, they didn't get to make it that old. So it's like, it's not fair either way. Like, but if you do, and when you do compare, it's like, at least your parent lived.
Right.
They got to have a kid. They got to live life. And it's like, when you compare it to a child who didn't have that opportunity, it's like effed up. You know what I mean? Like, it hurts more because it's like you wanted that for them. I wanted so badly to see my kid grow up. I wanted to see him graduate. I wanted to see him have a car and a girlfriend and a wife and a family. Like, I wanted to see that. And it's like, I never will now. You know what I mean? So that to me is the most heartbreaking thing. And like, not even for me, but also for my kid, because, you know, the 7-minute thing where they say your brain activity is still going on for 7 minutes after death. It's like, did my kid know that he just died? Like, was he sad too? Like, oh my God, like, mommy, I'm gone. Like, mommy, I just died. Like, now I don't get to do these things. And it's like, grief really messes with your head like that. So to me, I think a child loss is the worst grief someone can go through.
Yes, I agree. Because, as you know, my son was tragically shot, and I didn't find out till hours later. And, the first thing in my mind, it was going like, what was going through his head at the time. Like, he must have been terrified. He was alone when he died, and, to be shot and, not know what's going on, because they said he was not responsive at all. And
I know that feeling. I know it.
Yeah, so
because my son was alone too. Because his dad was right there outside of the car, but he died alone. He died alone in that car. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't with anyone. We weren't able to hold him. We weren't able to hold his hand while he was dying. He died in that car by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just makes you think like, and then like, it makes you think so much effed up stuff, because it's like, when a kid cries, when you hear a child cry, or they get scared, or they're startled, they yell, "Mom," like, you know what I'm saying? Or they think there's a monster under their bed, "Mommy." So it's like, when that happened to him, was he like, did he want me? Did he want mommy? And mommy wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because obviously we all think a lot, like, oh, what you would do in that moment? What I would have done this, I would have done that. And like, it's, to me, in my head, I'm like, if I was there, I don't know how I would have gotten in that car, but I would have found a way through that car.
Right.
And even if I knew that my son was dying, at least I would have been able there to hold him. I would have been able to hold his hand. I would have been able to do something, like talk to him while his last minutes were going, and I wasn't able to. And neither was his dad. He was literally trapped in that car, like physically trapped. There was no getting to him, no holding him, no none of that. And then obviously when they did take him out, he got straight put into the ambulance, and they were working on him in there. And so we weren't able to be with him there either, you know? So his last moments were filled with a bunch of strangers, to put it that way, you know what I'm saying? Because all those police, all those firefighters, all those ambulance people, they were all strangers, you know what I mean? And that's where his last moments were taken, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I get it. I get those thoughts that go through your head. Like, I totally get it. Like, what was he thinking? Like, was he scared? Like, sometimes Javi used to prank his dad and act like he was sleeping. Like, just to try to scare him, you know?
Right.
So in my head, sometimes I think, like, what if he wasn't even sleeping? Like, what if he was trying to prank his dad again? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if that little boy was up, and when he seen daddy walk to the car, he acted like he was sleeping? Because that's what he did. Like, he loved pranking. He loved pranking, especially his dad. Like, he loved it. When he had this thing with his dad where every time his dad came home from work, he would hide. And when he would walk through the door, he would jump out and scare him. Like, I have actual videos of him doing that to his dad. So it's like, sometimes wicked thoughts like that go through my mind too. Like, what if my baby wasn't even asleep? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did he feel anything? And I just now got the body cam footage, which we've been had it, but I finally watched it. And I didn't mean to watch it, but I did, because I was viewing something that I can't speak of on right now. But when I watched it, the first time I skipped by it because I heard OJ screaming, and it made my gut drop. And I was like, oh, hell no. I thought I was so ready for this, and I was not. But then I had to go back over it because I had to answer questions about it. So this time, I guess I grabbed a little bit more courage, and I watched it. And you can just you could just see them all like flustered, like they don't know what to do. The kid is trapped. You know what I'm saying? They can't do anything until the firefighters came to literally clamp open the door. So in the meantime, you just see them like, they're all like, don't know what to do. And all you keep hearing them say in that video is, do you have a pulse? Do you have a pulse? Do you have a pulse? And a couple of times they say, yeah. Right. And now, mind you, I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but you've never heard it personally. I don't know if you watched that podcast or not. So I'm just going to revert it to you. I was on the phone with Orlando the whole time. He called me minutes, like seconds after it happened, like on the phone the entire time. We never hung up the phone. Never. I mean, mind you, I'm doing 3-way calls to inform the family, like while he's still on the line. Right. I'm calling the sister. I'm calling my brother. I'm trying to call my mom because I just told you I don't drive on the highway. Right. So how the F am I getting from Philadelphia to Atlantic City? Right. So I had to start making these calls, which I did while he was on 3-way. But my point of that is to say that in those body cam footage, you keep hearing them ask, does he have a pulse? Does he have a pulse? And they said yes. Mind you, I'm on that phone and I asked Orlando to ask them people. I'm like, where's Javi at? Like, what's going on right now? What's going on in this moment? Where's my kid?
Right.
He's in the car. We cannot get to him. And I'm telling him, break a window, do something. And he's like, we did break the window. The door is not opening. And you see the police in the body cam footage trying to use like the crow bar to get it open. It was not getting open. You see, everyone who has my page knows what that car looked like when I picked it up.
Yes.
The back of the car, non-existent.
At all.
It's smushed together. It's like one of those metal things that you smush together. I see why now, but on the phone, that's not what the hell I'm thinking. I'm thinking, there's any possible way, get to that kid, you need to get to that kid.
Right.
So obviously, I just hear all the commotion. There's a point in time where Orlando puts me in his pocket, and I don't hear anything. I just hear a lot of screaming. I hear a lot of talking. I hear sirens, and I'm in the unknown.
Right.
So I'm screaming at this phone, and I'm like, Orlando. And then he's finally like, yeah. And I'm like, ask somebody right now, is Javier breathing? I had a gun to my head, my gun, in my car out front of my job. If they were to tell me no, I was going to press that trigger, because had I known that my son was going to die, I was going to die too. But that's not what they said. When I said that, he said, they can hear you. I said, so tell somebody to check if my kid is breathing. At that point, from what I'm being told, once again, I'm not there. I'm hearing it over the phone. Someone leaned in to that broken window and checked if Javier had a pulse, which they said yes. I put the gun down. Now my only thought is to get to him. I don't care if he's missing a leg. I don't care if he's missing an arm. I don't care if, and it's selfish, but I didn't care if he was brain dead. As long as that little boy was breathing, I would have figured it out. Put the gun down. Now my next thing is get to that little boy. I did. Now when I get to the little boy, I'm still asking them during the time, is he breathing? Like, I'm still trying to make sure, like, is he breathing? And this is at the point where they start telling Orlando, we can't tell you nothing. We working. He's in the ambulance. Orlando's left in the unknown. I'm left in the unknown.
Right.
They can't tell us nothing. Okay. I'm speeding, not me. My brother is speeding, bro. And we're trying to speed safely. You know what I mean? Like, we can't be out here doing 50,000 miles on this highway. Like, so we're trying our best. Like, we're trying our best. Mind you, it's like 3 a.m., so it's not that much traffic. So we're just, our main goal is just get to this little boy.
Right.
I get to him. I get to that hospital. The doctor comes out, and she gives me that look. And she's like, low-key trying to shake her head and tell me, like, there's nothing we can do. And I'm like, no. You're not going to tell me this right now. That's exactly what I told her. I said, you are not going to tell me this right now. Take me to my kid. She's like, you sure you want to go in there? I'm like, take me to my kid. And I'm not trying to be rude to her, but it's like, girl, stop
talking and just take me to my
doing too
kid.
much talking. I need to get to my kid. Like, I need to get to him. So she takes me to the room, and it's like 4, 5 doctors. One of these, see these lights y'all have right here is one of them bright ass lights on top of him. And it's my kid laying there, and they're not working on him. They're just standing behind him. Like 4 of them are like standing behind my kid on his stretcher. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, I just go into panic mode. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, why y'all not working on him? What's going on? So, mind you, they're like, there's nothing we could do. Like, we tried everything. And I'm like, no. I said, no, y'all not going to tell me this. I said, if this was one of y'all kids, y'all would have been doing anything. You would have been doing emergency surgery. You would have been cutting open a scalp to let the brain hemorrhage out. You would have been doing anything if that was your kid that was laying there right there. Yep. So, they're not talking. They are looking at me, and their face are like white as ghost. And it's like, I knew, but I wasn't accepting it. So I'm like, okay, I look at them. I say, okay, if y'all not going to try, then I'm going to try. And I start to do CPR on my kid. 50 cops come and pull me off my kid's body. Take me back out to the hallway. A couple minutes later, the same lady comes back out, and she's like, there's nothing we could do. I said, you gotta get out my face. Let me go back there with him right now. I said, y'all not gonna wake him up. I'm gonna wake him up. And I was confident that mommy was gonna be able to wake him up.
Right.
I thought that little boy was gonna hear my voice, feel my touch, and he was gonna get up. Like, it wasn't no thought in my mind that I wasn't gonna be able to wake that little boy up. Because when you looked at him physically, he looked okay. You know what I'm saying? He had bruises and cuts all over his face because of the glass when they broke it. But he looked okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked all right. Like, he looked like he could have survived. Come to find out, when I got the autopsy, everything was internal. You know what I mean? He bled internally, broken neck, broken ribs, broken fucking everything. You name it. The guy fucked my son up badly. And the only injury I could see was a gash in the back of his head. But even that didn't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was bleeding and I kept rubbing it, like trying to like hold it and shit. And they obviously tried to staple it up, but you know what I'm saying? He had a brain hemorrhage too. But it's like, hear me out. You don't die. You can die from a brain hemorrhage. But had they acted fast and like say they cut the scalp open or something fast, he could have potentially survived the hemorrhage. I don't know about the rest of the injuries. But at least the hemorrhage. You know what I'm saying? Like, but here's my whole thing too. And I'm trying to like see if my lawyer can figure out a way, which I don't want to blame anybody because obviously it's, you know, whose fault.
Yeah.
But it's like, was there something that y'all could have done and y'all didn't do? Because they worked on my son for 20 minutes in the ambulance instead of just driving right away to the hospital. Why did you do that? Why did you work on this little boy for 20 minutes outside in the ambulance where you don't have all the right stuff in a situation like this?
Right. I agree.
Mind you, you have 10 minutes before the brain loses oxygen and you're done. You were working on him for 20. So any chance that he did have would have been in a hospital where there's surgeons, where there's people who like know exactly what to do like right away, not in an ambulance. You know what I mean? So it's like, I try not to place blame on people who it wasn't their fault. But at the end of the day, it's like, when you're grieving like this, it's like, it's everybody's fault. Yep. It's everybody's fault. Like, it's everybody's fault. And it's like, you can't change that perspective because it's like I said, going back to it, if I was there, would I have been able to do something different? Like, I don't know. Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But that's what my brain thinks. That's what my brain thinks. Or at least if I wasn't able to do anything, at least he would have heard my voice before he left. You know what I mean? Because once I got to the hospital, he was gone. He was gone. You know what I'm saying? It took me like an hour, maybe 30 minutes, because we were driving pretty fast. Maybe 30 minutes. Like I said, you got 10 minutes before the brain loses any activity. That was 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So if I was there, maybe things would have been different. Because like when I was talking to him in the hospital, I'm telling him like, wherever you are right now, you are not supposed to be there. Like, if you're with God, you need to tell him, send you back to your body right now. Mommy's here. The doctors are here. If you move your finger, and I'm literally talking to him, like telling him like, if you move a finger, at least move a finger, they're going to come and start working on you again so you can come back to mommy. And it's like, the shit didn't happen. Like, it didn't happen. I'm on a hospital floor. I'm outside of my job in the middle of the street. Multiple times I'm on my knees, looking up to that sky, asking this man to wake this kid up. And it just didn't happen. And a lot of people want to come to you about faith. You're in church. You know about faith. That didn't make you lose your faith. But for me, I lost my faith. Because why? Why would you have me screaming and hooting and hollering to you to give me some type of miracle and you couldn't do it? You couldn't do it. I have a resentment with the man upstairs that I'm really working hard not to have this resentment, because if Javi's up there with him, I need to make it to him. I'm not going to make it to him if I keep cursing this man out in my prayers every night. So it's like a battle within myself. Like, you got to get right with God because you need to see Javi. And if that's the only way I'm going to see Javi, I got to make it right with this man upstairs. But it's like, I have so much anger because if you would have seen me screaming up there for him and you didn't come through for me, like you didn't come through for me. And it's like, it be kids that get, not kids, but anybody, get shot right in the middle of their head and somehow somebody to survive. But you couldn't wake my young bull up. I'm battling with it. I'm struggling with it, honestly, truly. And it's like, I go to try to pray. Like, I try to get like on the right path, like at least starting to talk to him more, even if like it's with anger. I try to talk to him like, I don't know why you did this. Like, even if there was a reason, I'm not accepting it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then everybody comes to me with, he sacrificed his own son. Hear what you're saying. He sacrificed his son. Even if someone told me, sacrifice your son and there will never be any more evil in this world, no more bad in this world, no more gun violence, no more cancer, I'm not doing it. Ask somebody else to do it. Ask somebody else to sacrifice their child. God chose to sacrifice his child. I would never do that. That was his choice to sacrifice his kid. It's not like someone pointed a gun at him and said, sacrifice Jesus so that all these heifers can live a happy life. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So that point, when people bring that point up to me, is irrelevant. I don't care what the world would have offered for my kid. I'm not giving him up. At all. I'm not giving him up. So it's like, I'm really going through faith. And it's like, I know I gotta somehow make amends with that man up there. because I need to be with my kid again. But it's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. Grief is hard.
I don't know. Trust me, I know. I felt the same way when this first happened. Like I always my step to faith wasn't easy. Like it's hard, like I said, I lost Xavier. I didn't get to say goodbye to him. He was shot. I didn't get to do none of that. I didn't get to see my son until the viewing. That's the first time I seen my son was when me and my son's mom had to walk into the viewing just to see him. And we had an hour by ourselves. When I tell you, I know what you mean. But God gives it and again, I'm not here to preach to you on anything like that, because like I said, I'm pro-choice with whatever everybody believes. But
I still believe in God. I'm just effing mad.
Yeah, you're gonna be mad.
I'm just really angry.
Yeah,
and confused and hurt.
It's a lot. But when I tell you, it's not God's fault.
No, I'm not saying it's his fault.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying he could have helped.
Yeah,
you could have helped. You could have woke him up somehow, some way, something.
I mean, so then, right? That's so with that, it's like asking, God, oh, okay, now show me you're real. With this.
I did ask.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
I said, if there was ever a time that you're gonna show me you real, is right now.
Yeah.
And
so I mean, and that's like tempting the Lord. That's not how it is.
Sometimes I think if I would have just asked them straight away, and that's once again, grief fucks with your brain. It's really I want to say grief is a mental illness. I swear to God, because it's like you don't understand. You do understand, but speaking to who's listening to
people
this podcast,
who don't really know,
you don't understand what it really does to your mental.
Yes.
And it's like, I know it wasn't his fault, but I'm telling you that there was something he could have did. And I go back and forth with myself a lot. And it's like when I first got the phone call and I'm inside of OJ's pocket, I'm in the middle of the street out front of the diner, in the middle of the street on the ground. And I'm like, if you're real, please wake this little boy up. Don't let nothing happen to this little boy. And I feel like me doubting him was not a great idea to do. But mind you, this is when I still had all this faith. And I'm thinking, no, he's going to come through. He's going to come through for me. He's going to come through for Javier, because Javier prays to him. I pray to him. We love God. We put God first in this house. And it's like, damn, you didn't let me be there. If you were going to take him, why not take him with me? Why not let me be there? Why not have his last moment spent with his mom too? I go back and forth with a lot of things, and it's every time that I try to make sense of it, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It won't make sense, and I don't accept it. Whatever his reasoning is up there, I don't accept it. Or everyone's telling me this had to happen because you're so strong to advocate for drunk driving. You're so strong being a mom. You're changing laws in honor of him, and it's no, somebody else could have did it. Somebody else could have been the law changer and the fighter for drunk driver. I would have been fine in a box on K&A with my kid as long as he was alive. I promise you. I
agree with you, because that's the same way I feel.
I would have been fine had I had nothing in this world except for me and that little boy. I care, obviously, but when it comes to my kid, I don't care. If it came to changing laws, if it came to advocating for drunk driving, if it came to him, I'd rather have him. I don't care about no law being changed. Now, obviously, I do, because this is all I have left for this little boy. But if he was still alive, I wouldn't be doing this stuff, obviously. But it's I wouldn't sacrifice him or give him up or choose. If I had to choose between hey, you're going to be a really important person, you're going to change laws, you're going to make drunk driving better, or you're going to live in a box with your kid on K&A, I'm going this way.
Right.
Every time. Every single time. I don't, you know what I'm saying? There's no comparison when it comes to your kid at all.
And I get you with that as well, because, man, this right now, doing this, me and him was going to do it, but, losing him just pushed me full throttle that I was going to do this, because this is all for him. There wouldn't be no Gritty Philly podcast without Xavier.
Right.
And the same thing goes for you. It wouldn't be no Javi's Law without everything going on with you, and how hard you've been fighting and how strong you've been pushing this. And I for me, I always told you, since I first messaged you, when I found out about Javi, I'm sorry for your loss. And, you kept fighting. I watched videos of you down in Atlantic City. I've watched videos of you telling people, listen, this is not easy to deal with. I've watched and I've seen everything that you have done. I have followed your story from start to now, when it came to Javi. And,
And it's still going.
And it's going to keep,
going.
and it's still going to keep going because it's still.
That's kind of like a hard part too. Like, it's like, with grief, it doesn't stop. It doesn't go away. And I want to say that doing stuff like this is what like helps me get through it. The law, the fighting, but it's like Javi's law is going to get passed one day. I won't have to fight for that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The podcast, I'm doing it with you. Who knows if there'll be another opportunity with someone else? You just don't know. But it's like things like that is what gets you through the grief because it's a purpose. There's a purpose. And it's like that's another chance for you to say your kid's name, tell his story, show him off to the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, obviously most of my support is in Philly, but there are random people that I get from like Australia. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I saw your story. Like, I'm so sorry. And it's like, that means something. You know what I'm saying? Someone in Australia knows who Javier is.
Yes.
They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anyone in Australia, not a damn soul, but someone over there knows my son. And it's like, that's what keeps me going. That's what makes me do these things. And it's like, you're strong. But it's like, I'm not even trying to be strong. I low-key feel weak as fuck. I feel weak, like on my knees. Like, I feel weak. I'm not doing this stuff because I want to feel strong. It's like, I'm doing it because it's like I need to. I have to. I have to tell the world what the hell just happened because this wasn't supposed to happen.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's like you think like something crazy happened, like, oh my God, I got to tell someone. I got to tell the world what just happened.
Yes.
And when I originally, like, say if I had just lost my kid to like cancer or something, I hate saying that. Like, I hate comparing it because it doesn't matter. Either way, loss is loss.
Right.
But what I mean by that is like with a sickness, you foresee it coming.
Yeah.
The doctors are telling you, hey, he has such and such time.
Make plans.
Shit happened out of nowhere. I had just spoken to Javier's dad minutes before I got that phone call. Minutes. And it happened out of nowhere. And at that point, the reason why I really went public with my son's story is because the guy was free. He was free. And it's like, there ain't no motherfucking way I'm going to let this slide.
At all.
So what I do, I started calling governors, senators, mayors, judges, lawyers. I started calling everyone in New Jersey to get that man arrested. I tried to call the FBI, and there was no way to do that.
Right.
I was trying everything to get that man in jail. It took me a year and a half. Took me to get that man in jail.
Shouldn't even took that long.
But that's the reason why I went public in the first place, is because obviously, look at celebrities. They get so much movement and traction on their pages that, God forbid, they lost a sneaker. Hey guys, I lost a sneaker in Atlantic City. If anyone sees it, can y'all please help me? You got 50,000 people going and looking for that sneaker.
Right.
So when I went public and I was tagging celebrities and everyone that I could to try to get this story out there, because obviously if celebrities were like, why is this guy free? People would have started like, yeah, why is he free? And obviously New Jersey would have been like, okay, why is he free? Let's put him away. We got fucking Kim Kardashian asking, why is this guy free? He needs to be in jail. But obviously, none of the celebrities helped. None of that happened. It was all regular ass people that helped. All regular ass people that helped me get justice for that little boy. When I mean, like, and obviously my family too, you know what I mean? But like, I protested out front of the killer's house multiple times. I want to say 3 or 4 times I was out front of that killer's house. Multiple times. They called the cops on us, said that we were making their dogs bark. You think I give a fuck about your dogs?
Fuck you.
Your son just killed my kid.
Exactly.
And you're talking about your dogs?
Right. Fuck you, dogs.
Like, mind you, they still stalk my page and everything till this day. You would think I did something to them. You would think I did something to them. The way that they still try to watch my page, the way that they talk about our family and how we drug him in court. Fuck you. If they're watching this right now, fuck you. You think I care how y'all made me feel? How I made y'all feel in that courtroom? Everything I said in that courtroom was 100% from my heart, and I meant it. When I told him I hated him to his face and I wished the worst for him, I meant it. I meant it. And I still mean it. I hope every day I get a phone call and say that something happened to him in there. I wish on it. I pray on it. And I know that that's bad and that's not good, but I don't care. I really wish the worst for him and his family too, because yeah, his family didn't do it, but a lot of people don't know what his family did to us in court unless you were in court with us. They laughed at us. They smiled in our faces. He came with hickeys on his neck. Not a care in the world. Not a care in the world. The dad, a straight crackhead, dipping in the court. Literally dipping in the court. I even brought that up to the judge. I told the judge, I said, look at our family. Look at how many people came and loved this kid and look at their family.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, the day that he was sentenced, the dad, before the sentencing started, I lied to you not. I lied to you not.
That's wild.
Yeah, so it's like they wanted us to kind of like have sympathy for him because he did this fake ass sorry at court. Excuse me? Now you're sorry? You had a year and about 6 months to be sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You had a year and 6 months to be sorry. But now at the day of sentencing, you want to say sorry because you want the judge to also have pity for you.
Right.
You want the judge. There was a chance at the sentencing, even though we did a plea deal, plea agreement, whatever you want to call it, that if he would have said something to the judge that made the judge think differently or have sympathy for him, instead of getting the 15 years, he could have got less. He was asking the judge for less, which he had a right to. Does that strike you as someone who's sorry?
No.
You're not fucking sorry.
Nope.
You're up for asking for less years. You only got 15. You should be in there for life. You should be dead.
I was going to say, I don't think that, like, don't get me wrong. You know, he still got time, but that's, for me,
nothing.
That's nothing.
Nothing.
That's nothing. You
My
got
kid
15
didn't
years.
even make it
Javi
to
was
15.
8 years old. Javi was 8 years old. He didn't deserve to lose his life.
Listen to this. This is the best perspective. And when I said this to the judge, is what the judge really like. I really changed the judge's mind that day. And he told me, I've been a judge for 26 years and nobody ever put it in perspective the way that you just did. I basically told him, like, because everyone wants to keep calling this shit a car accident, an accident.
It's not.
I don't fucking like that word. When someone says that to me, I literally I spaz out, my stomach and my chest like curl up. Like, It's not a fucking accident. If you look up the definition of an accident right now on your phone, it says an accident is something you cannot foresee happening. If you go out fucking drinking all day, you can foresee that something bad is gonna motherfucking happen. And it did. Yep. So stop calling this shit an accident. It's not. And guess what? From that point on, every time the judge was saying whatever he was saying, he would say accident, but by how you say that? Like, he would say it naturally because that's what people would call it, right. A car accident. And then he would fix himself and he would say, not an accident, sorry. And you could see him scratching out the word accident in his goddamn book. And it's like, that right there was telling to me. Because here's this too, which is what I told the judge. I said, he's up here asking you for less years, but we can't ask you for more. How is that fair? He already got a second chance when he got out of that flipped upside down car without a scratch on him. Not a bloody nose, not a scratch, nothing. If you see the body cam footage, which when I'm allowed to release it, I'm going to fucking release it.
Oh, I seen it.
He's there, unharmed. Nothing is bleeding or hurt on this man. Not a limp, not a pinky sprain, nothing. That was your motherfucking second chance right there. Okay? That was your second chance right there getting out of that car alive. Now hear me out. You're only getting 15 years. You're a 25-year-old man. When you get the fuck out of jail, you're going to be 45. You still got another chance at life. So not only did Javi not get one chance, but motherfucker, you just got two. You're alive and you get to come back out of jail and start a life all over? But y'all want to talk to me about having sympathy for him?
Nope. Fuck sympathy.
There is no sympathy.
Nope.
There's none. Not at all. And it's like some people come and they be like, they can forgive the person who killed their kid. Like I watch a lot of killer documentaries and stuff like that. Like that's my thing. I love that. And you see that some people like, they forgive the person that killed their kid because I guess, reverting back to faith, forgiveness, you have to forgive. Listen, that's God's job to forgive, not mine. I never will. And if that's what keeps me away from heaven, then sadly, I won't be seeing Jav because no matter what, I can't forgive that guy for doing that. I really can't. And then especially how he acted after. You had a year and I want to say 6 months. I'm not exactly sure, but it was a year and some change that until we got justice. And not one of those times did he write a letter or at least reach out. Mind you, the family's watching my page. The mom doesn't say sorry to us. Nobody says sorry to us about what just took place.
Right.
And now that you want the judge to give you less, you want to write us some sorry. And you can, when I was staring at him, when I spoke to him, because you're not really supposed to speak to him, but I did. And I don't care. The judge didn't stop me either. I looked right over to him and I was reading what I read to him. You could see him. You know how you squint your eyes hard as shit to make the tear drop? Cut it, please. Please cut it out. And then when he started to say his little sorry, my families were like, liar, like shouting from the benches, liar, liar, because you're lying. You're lying. You're not fucking sorry. You're sorry now because you're got caught. These cuffs are going on your hands. So now today you're sorry because any other day we've sat. I lied to you not. I was probably, I want to say like a gap more next to this man over 15 times. 15 times I had to keep seeing this man in court. And you know what fucked with me the most? Is him walking out with us after them court dates. You know how fucked up that was to us? That we're walking out of these court dates and you're walking the fuck out with us? Oh, it was sickening. And do you not know the mental strength you have to be that close to the person that killed your kid and not do anything?
Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. Because that's been through my mind.
Then not even in the court building, outside of the court building, when we're walking to our cars together. Do you know how fast and easy it would have been to grip him up and really do him in? And we couldn't. We want to know why we couldn't? Because then it would have fucked with our justice. Instead of getting 15, he probably would have got 10 because we done whooped his fucking ass. So we had to literally hold ourselves back from touching this man when he was feet away from us. Feet away from us. We couldn't do anything. We could not do anything. And that, you know what? Now that I just brought that up, we're talking about grief here, right? Motherfuckers always want to say what they would and wouldn't have done if it was them that lost a kid, right? If that was me, I would have killed them. I would have did this. I would have did that. But it's not you. It's not you. And you don't know how it goes. And you don't know what we're dealing with in the criminal justice. You don't know what we're dealing with. We would have fucked them up. We would have been the ones in jail and he would have still been free.
Yep.
Did you hear me? I would have fucked him up. I would have been in jail and he still would have been free. So y'all like to talk a lot about what y'all would have and wouldn't have done. But y'all not the one who lost the kid and y'all not the one in the situation. So you can't speak on it because you don't know. Exactly. You don't know until you're in that situation what you wouldn't have done.
Right. Which is most people nowadays. Everybody has an opinion on what they would do, like you said. But you didn't lose your kid. You can say, oh, I would have did this, could have, would have, should have. But guess what? You didn't lose your kid. We did. Right? So trust me.
How y'all talking on stuff y'all don't know. And I get it. Like a lot of people don't mean harm. Like they just saying it just to say it. Because obviously when you think about losing your kid, you're like, oh, I'll kill the motherfucker.
Right.
Which is what I thought. But then you think about it and it's like, oh, this motherfucker free right now. I do him in. I'm going to jail. Who gonna fight for my fucking son?
Exactly.
Who gonna fight for him if I'm sitting in the cell? Obviously, would a judge have understand given the circumstances? This is a mom who beat up her son's killer. Blah, blah, blah. I probably would have did a couple months. But them couple months, he still would have been free and I would have been in jail. How fucking ironic.
Right.
How was the mom in jail but not the killer?
Right.
You ain't gonna make me fucking look stupid. I'm gonna be out here putting in that footwork. I'm gonna be out here fighting for my son. I'm gonna be out in front of your crib. I can't touch you, pussy, but I could be out front of this crib, which is what I did.
Exactly.
Which is what I did. Made a scene. I went from door to door around his whole neighborhood, his entire neighborhood, door to door, with pictures of him, posters of him, letting them know, hey, you got a killer living in your neighborhood. He's free right now. Just letting y'all know. Door to door with my friends and family. Giving out posters of my son's petition, letting them know, like, just to let y'all know y'all got a crazy killer on the block. Because, yeah, you is a crazy killer. I don't care if it was an accident, if it wasn't an accident, you didn't mean to. You were doing 107 miles per hour.
That's not an accident.
While drunk.
That's not an accident.
You were out drinking all day. What are we talking about right here?
Right.
So, yeah, the only way I could really make them feel pressure was being out front of that crib. And the cops came. Yeah, they sure did. Oh, y'all can't be here. Show me that I can't be here. Show me I can't be here. Show me the law that says I can't do a peaceful protest right here. I'm not on their property. I'm right across the street. In a public lot, on a public sidewalk.
Right.
Guess what? They left us alone multiple times. We understand. Go ahead, do your thing. You can't be on their property. You can't shine lights at them, because we were putting on our high beams through their windows. We wanted them to torture. Like we wanted them to feel pressure. How we felt. We
you
wanted
want them to feel that pain that's coming.
Yes, y'all gotta feel something. It's like y'all still, mind you, the day after it happened, I said this on my old podcast. The day after it happened, the mom was on Facebook posting about milkshakes and ponies and shit, like as if your son didn't just kill a kid.
Right. I remember that. I remember because you said something about that.
So like it's like to them, it's like they didn't care enough. They didn't care enough. And it's like, oh, when people say, I have a couple of comments under my page that be like, oh, well, how are you being so cruel to them when they lost a kid too? Where did they lose their kid? He can still call them every day. They can still visit him every day. He still gets to eat. He still gets to shower. He still gets to play basketball on the court. He still gets to fucking play checkers. He still gets lunch. What the fuck are you talking about? You lost a son. He's well and alive. Very well and alive.
Yep.
He's coming back home. Tell me when Javi's coming back home. I'll wait.
Right. I feel you. 100%.
So where did you lose your kid at? They will never get an ounce of sympathy from me. I could care the fuck less about how they feel, how they stalk me, how they said that we're bad people because of the way we bashed him at court. No, that's exactly what the fuck your son deserved. Yep. And if I could do it again, I would do it again because I have more to say to him now. Now that he's in jail and like I want to say more to him. Like I want to like low key make him go crazy. The way I go crazy in my head thinking about my son every second. I want him to feel that too. And it's like people be like, he does feel that. He does think about it every day. Not enough. No, not enough. He ain't hanging in the cell yet, so clearly not enough.
And that, for me, he not thinking about it because you know why? Like you said, he didn't show no remorse at court. He didn't show anything that showed that because to him,
he did not.
All it was a good time for him that ended in a bad way. And to him, he thinks, yeah, somebody died, but you know what? It is what it is.
It wasn't him. It's not me. I got out this car fine.
Yep.
And it's sickening. It's fucking sickening the way that car was flipped upside down. And you survived.
If anything, going that fast, you should have been dead. So, I mean, for me...
That was torture for me. That was really torture for me to know that my kid was dead, but he was alive. It still fucks with me. It's gonna forever fuck with me that man is walking this earth and Javi is not. And it fucks with me bad because it's like different. It's so different. And I really hate saying it, but it's different when your kid is taken from you and he wasn't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing that would have caused that kid any sickness, any harm. His autopsy says the body of an 8-year-old well-nourished child. His autopsy says that. He was a perfectly healthy kid. He would have lived forever had that person not
done what he
did to him. You know what I mean? So it's like sympathy. Sympathy, you can kiss my fucking ass. Sympathy, watch this shit. Rewind it. Rewind me say that to you multiple times.
Yep.
I don't care. I have no sympathy for them. Never will. At all.
I agree with you.
At all.
Don't ever have sympathy for nobody like that. There's one thing I wanted you to touch on. So let people know, I wanted you to let people know exactly what Javi's Law, entitles to, because a lot of people don't know, that you have a petition out or, unless they really following your story.
Yeah.
So I want you to know, like for people that don't know about Javi's Law.
So basically in New Jersey, I'm not sure if you're fond of this information, not even fond, but because no one's going to be fucking fond of this information, but in New Jersey, DUI is not a crime. It is a traffic violation. Yes.
What?
You drink and drive in Atlantic City, New Jersey, you're not going to jail. You're getting a traffic violation, which is what happened in our situation. He didn't go to jail because, mind you, they didn't charge him with, he killed Javi July 23rd. They didn't fucking charge him with Javi's death until 6 months later. 6 months later, then they charged him with my son's death.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. In Philadelphia, you get caught drinking and driving, you're going to jail.
Instantly.
You're going to jail without killing a kid. Just for drinking and driving, you're going to jail. But in New Jersey, that's not the law there. So that's what I'm trying to change. So basically, if you're drinking and driving, you kill somebody, you hurt somebody, it's like, it has to be extreme conditions. I'm not going to lie to you. New Jersey is real fucked up. It's a real fucked up system. The more you get to know the laws, the more you go through the loopholes. Their laws are to protect their people. 100%. So now, with Javi's Law, if someone was to drink and drive, kill a kid, kill anybody, or do any real damage, you'd be going to jail right then and there instead of being able to go free how Javi's killer went free.
Right.
So with Javi's law, drinking and drive, it's not going to change that. They don't really care about drinking and driving because they don't. They really don't. They don't care at all because they're casinos. That's what brings them money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's their thing.
That's their cash cow.
That's their cash cow. So they don't care about the little boy that died because they just made $1 million more tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a shit.
Right.
But at least with Javi's law, for the people who do drink and drive and seriously hurt someone, you won't be able to be free, go home that same night.
Right.
In the body cam footage, you can hear the cop telling this man, call a ride because you clearly ain't going home in that. Call a fucking ride.
Yes, I heard that. And when you posted up for that little bit, I heard that.
Call a fucking ride.
I was livid when I heard that.
The car is upside down. There's a dead kid in a smush car, and you're telling him to call a fucking ride. It's insane. So Javi's law is that ain't gonna happen no more. You gonna do some shit like that, you're gonna go to jail.
Right.
And then after 6 months of them, after 6 months they charged him with killing Javi. He was in jail for a week. 1 week. Since he had no prior criminal record, after that week, he went in front of the judge. She let him back out for the remainder of that year and some change. With Javi's law, you'll be held. You'll be held in jail until they figure out the trial, the sentencing, like you're there's no coming. You kill a kid, you're staying in jail until you figure it out. Obviously, everyone has their day in court, innocent until proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're proved innocent at court, then you go home. Until then, you're gonna fucking wait and see what it is. Because to me, that was the most unfair thing. My kid went home in a fucking body bag, and your kid went home to his regular safe bed.
Yeah.
So that's what Javi's law is, in short. That's what it is.
Oh, got you. Okay. Well, good. Because I mean, like, a lot of people need to know, like, this is happening, and because not a lot of people understand, like, the severity of this stuff. And
oh, no, they don't.
At all.
No, they really don't.
At all.
And that's why I'm so loud. That's why I'm so talkative. That's why I'm so raw. That's why I'm so blunt when it comes to this.
That's why you're a strong mother.
They don't understand, though. They don't get it. They don't get it until it's them. And then when it's them, it's like, oh, drunk driving, da-da-da-da. But when it's someone else that's going through it and it's really time to fight for other kids that are out there on that road, mind you, not only are the casinos out in New Jersey, but so are the beaches. So are the little rides and amusement parks that kids are at. So the same person that's coming home from the casino is on the same road with a family that just came home from the beach.
Yep.
That's not fucking safe.
At all.
That's not safe. So y'all care about money more than y'all care about these children, these people, these families that are coming up to y'all state to have a good time and to feel protected and safe, because that's why Javi's dad was out in New Jersey fishing, because obviously it's safer than fucking Philly, or so we thought.
Right.
So we thought, until it came down to it and the law didn't protect us. The justice system didn't protect us. It was more so like for him, like they protected him more over us. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he has no prior record. Let him out. But he's not in jail for what he did previously. He's in jail for what the fuck he did on July 23rd. So that should hold some type of standard. He's not in there for what he did in his previous life or his previous months. He's there for what he did July 23rd. And that should have held accountability. He should have been held right then and there. The prosecutor's last words to that judge was, Your Honor, he killed a kid though. She let him go. She let him go.
And that's my thing for me. Like, for her to let him go, we're talking about a child, an 8-year-old child.
And it held nothing. It held nothing when he said that. She didn't care.
And to me, that's messed up, because what if it was her kid? What if it was anybody else's kid?
If it was a judge's kid, a cop's kid, anyone with, a higher pay grade or something, the guy would have been in jail. Let's really talk about it. A couple months after Javito, a famous hockey player got killed on the side of the road with his brother. Did you hear about that in New Jersey? They were riding their bicycles and a drunk driver hit them both and killed the hockey player. Don't you fucking know that motherfucker was in jail the same night? Don't you know that he was held in jail the same night? When I seen that news, I called up the prosecutor on our case, on Javi's case, and I'm like, how the fuck? How the fuck, if it's the same situation, same state, same situation, someone's still dead by a drunk driver, but that drunk driver goes to jail right away, and little old me is out here fighting like no fucking tomorrow? Why? Because he was famous? Because he was known? That also goes back to the point as to why I was trying so fucking hard to get celebrities or something to just acknowledge Javi's story, to just, and not even like, it's not like I wanted to be fucking friends with fucking these people. Just share the story. Speak on what's right and what's not right, because everybody knows what happened was not right.
At all.
So why you can't help? Because you're that famous that humanity doesn't fucking matter to you? A little boy is dead, and all we're asking you to do is repost the fucking story so it gets traction, so that New Jersey sees what the fuck is going on. And it didn't hold up to any standard. But let it have been a famous motherfucking hockey player, he got justice right away. Right away.
Trust me.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Yep. It's honestly disgusting.
Yes, it is. And when it comes to kids, like, you know, things should be taken more serious.
100%.
Like, and you know, it's crazy that that you're telling me all of this stuff, right? With Jersey, because never in my right mind would I think Jersey would actually be, you know, less tough on people when, you know, we're in Philadelphia where, you know, it's all this stuff that goes down. Like Xavier, they're doing everything they can to try to, you know, make sure that this is a locked in thing, because, you know, like, kids out here, they're dying like this.
I know.
And
that's new. That's new to me, to see so many kids die. Like, once again, that fucks with my faith. Why are our children dying? Why are you letting us live to see this? Why are you letting us live to feel this pain? And this like evilness that's taken over me. You ever see those movies where like it's a mom or like a parent, any parent that lost their kid and like they die, but their soul stays behind, and it's like an angry soul that like haunts the crib and like haunts anybody that comes into it, because that's the house that she had her and her baby at. I feel like that's gonna be me. Like, I'm gonna be that lost dark soul that fucking haunts the world forever because of what happened to my baby. That's really how I feel. Like, why are you letting us go through that? Why are you letting us go through that? Especially people that love you. When there's fucking terrorists, rapists, fucking killers out here that really deserve to die and just, you know, get taken away out of this earth. But you're taking our precious, innocent, sweet babies. And for what? I'm sorry, there's nothing going on in heaven that's more important than me needing my boy. I don't care how selfish I sound. It's really not. It's really nothing that important going on in heaven that you needed to take our kids instead of taking grown-ass adults or something.
Or messed up people.
Messed up people. Which messed up people are not going to heaven, clearly. Yeah. But cool, if someone needs to die, why the fuck not let it be people who have already lived lives and have already seen the world and explored and graduated and drove and drank their first beer or something like that? Like, why are innocent kids? What could be the reason? Oh, there's no reason because it's not him, it's the devil. Well, then fucking save our kids then. If you see them out here getting hurt, save them. That's my whole thing. And I feel like that's where I battle at with God, because it's like, oh, like it wasn't me, it was the devil. Okay, but you didn't save him, you didn't help.
So from my, I'm gonna speak on my perspective, right? Because I'm
open to different perspectives. Yeah. That's just mine.
No. And again, remember what I said. I'm pro whatever, however you feel and everything like that. I'm not here to preach to you. So like for me, like God, He gave us free will, right?
I heard that.
You know,
that's what they all tell me when I say these things. They say about free will.
Yeah. So, you know, God gives us free will to do what we want, right? Yes, you know, God could have protected, you know, stopped everything, right? But free will is what makes us, you know, who we are, you know, human and everything like that. It was free will that the reason why that person did what he did and took Javi's life. Right? Now he has to answer to that. And regardless if he cares or not, he still has to answer to that when he check. That's plain and simple. He got to answer to that.
It's not good enough for me though, Nina.
No, nothing's ever going to be good enough. You know, not. Your baby was taken away from you. Nothing's ever going to be good enough.
Because what if he's in there pleading for forgiveness? You know, God forgives. Like what? I'm gonna beat his ass in heaven, God. If that you gonna bring that motherfucker down, you gonna get beat up. You gonna have to send me down. No, I'm gonna beat his ass in heaven. You bring that motherfucker up there with you because you forgave him or something. You're gonna send me down then because I'm gonna beat his ass. So
for me, because he didn't show no remorse, and because I really don't think he really cares.
He didn't, and he doesn't, and because he was free for so long, he almost really thought he was gonna get away with it. He did. Yeah. He did.
So you know, because he didn't show that. I feel in my heart, when he go, there's only one place he going.
Yeah, and I hope so.
You know, there's only one place he going, and it ain't up top. The same thing with, you know, Xavier's killer, right? he's only one place you going, bro. The whole situation, what happened with Xavier, right? It wasn't his problem or anything like that. It was somebody else's problem. The beef was done. They shook hands, walked away. Boy went in the house, grabbed a gun, came back out, and you backdoored my son and his friends. And the only one that got shot was my son.
You see what I mean? How does that work? How does that work? How is it that he was with the people that it was targeted for, but only he gets hurt? But there's a God. You go to church. He did that to you? I don't know. I battle with it. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that.
So, for me...
Not saying that the other kids deserved it, but it's like if the death was intended for that person, why would you let it happen to my kid?
No. And again, that's a battle that I got to deal with every day. That's something, but I gotta live through.
I give it to you. I really do, for you to be able to still step into church and still be able to have trust in that man. For me personally, I just can't do it at this point in life. I'm trying to, knowing that the world could end any minute, and I'm not on good terms with the Lord right now. And it scares me that since I'm not on good terms with him right now, that I won't make it up there with him. But I can't get myself to do it. I try. I really do. I try talking to him, and at the end of the prayer, I always end up like cursing him out. Like I always end up saying, "But why the fuck did you do that to me? Like, why did you do that to him?" And I always told him, I prayed a lot, and it used to be a routine for me every night before I close my eyes: protect my kids, protect my home, blah blah blah. And I always faithfully told this man, if you ever have to take someone, please take me. Please don't ever take my kid. And he took my fucking kid. Or not him. Well,
I was about no. Us as
the only thing I asked him for, though. I didn't ask him, make me rich, give me this best house, give me the best shoes, make my hair grow. I never asked him for shit like that. I asked him to protect my kid. If someone gotta die, let it be me.
Oh, I agree. Listen,
I don't understand it. I can't forgive it.
Listen, I tell God every day when I go to the cemetery, I ask God all the time, let's swap places. And again, this is me asking God, to do something, and he's, it's not his job to do it. His job, he we're able to, bear life, we make life, right? It's not, it's like, you were saying, like you blame him. Us as grieving parents, we're looking for anybody to blame because we're grieving.
It's everybody's fault.
Yes, it's everybody's fault. Nobody can't tell me otherwise. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I felt the same way. For months, I went to church knowing, how I felt. I needed that because I had nothing else. You have support from everybody. But that can only go so far. When then you trying to find answers. Like you said, you thought about suicide. When you first happened. You first heard. Same thing.
Happened, I'm like, if he's dead, I'm put me down as dead too right away.
And like I said, for me, it was the same thing. That first night, I wanted to kill myself. No, I got a daughter and everything like that.
It feels right. It feels like you need to be, you're supposed to be with your kid.
Yes.
You're supposed to die with your kid. Like, that's just how it feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, as parents, it feels like, if he's dead, like, I gotta go too. Like, that's just what, and still to this day, that's how it feels like. But it's clearly, we can't do that because we're not gonna end up where they at.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that stops me. The only thing. But at that point, when I was, in the car that day, that night that it happened, I'm not fucking thinking, I don't give a shit. My kid is dead, I'm gonna die too. Like
the pain is what
obviously
gets us
now
in that.
when we sit here and we think about it, like, damn, like I really wish I could be dead, but if I die, the sole purpose of me wanting to die is to see my kid. But if I do that shit myself,
I'm not
gonna see him anyway. So it's like,
and then also on top of that, you got to worry about your other kid.
Oh yeah, I know.
And,
a lot of people bring that up to me too, and it's like, I get it. I get y'all perspective when y'all try to bring up my other kids. Not just you, but I'm speaking like to everybody. When y'all try to bring up my other kids and say like, you need to be there for them and blah, 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 blah. They're alive. They're healthy and they're fine. They have a dad. They have a family. They have a lot of family. I don't know where the fuck Javi's at. We don't really have a lot of dead relatives that he knew. You know what I'm saying? And if there is an afterlife, or if there is a heaven, we don't know. No one knows. No one knows the truth. I don't care how much faith you got. You don't fucking know if heaven is real or not. You just don't know if it is or not. There's no proof of it.
That's why it's called faith.
Right. Right.
That's why it's called faith.
So it's like, y'all try to compare it to my other kids where my kids are healthy, happy, and alive. They have other parents. Javi's up there with no parents. Javi doesn't have no parents with him up there. He's not happy. He's not, they say heaven is happiness and blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something. My son could have been at a fucking amusement park. He could be in Florida on vacation or something, having the best time of his life. At the end of the day, he wanted to come home. He wanted to be with his mom. He wanted to be with his family. He wanted to be home. So I don't care how great heaven is. I know that kid wants me. I know that kid needs me. And that's what fucks with me. Don't compare it to my other kids because my kids are fine. Javi's not fine. Javi is dead. Javi don't know where he's at. Sometimes I think I'm always asking for these signs and I don't get them. So sometimes I think like, is my son's soul trapped in that fucking car because he died in that car? You know what I mean? Is his soul trapped in there? But then everyone's like, kids go to heaven and da 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 da. But it's like, sometimes I think like, I don't think my kid would have left me. As fucked up as that sounds, but y'all don't know the bond that I had with my kid. I don't think he would have left me. I don't think he would have seen the light and was like, oh, I gotta go there. I don't want to think that, but sometimes that's when my brain goes to like, he heard me calling for him. Like, remember, I told you, I'm talking to him in his ear, like, wherever you are, you're not supposed to be there, Javi. Come back down here. Like, come back to mommy. And it's like, I think he would have chose to stay with me. So is it like the afterlife and where like souls float around, or like, is he in heaven, or like, where the fuck is my kid? I don't know. I don't have confirmation of it. I don't know. I asked him for signs. Flicker a light if you're okay. The light don't fucking flicker. Ring this little bell if you're okay and you're in heaven. It doesn't happen. So it's like, I don't have confirmation of where the fuck my kid is. And if I had to choose right now, if someone came to me right now and was like, open this door, you get to go to heaven and go with your son, or you stay right here with your other kids, it's fucked up. And I hope my kids don't grow up and see this one day and like resent me. But I'm going through that door to see Javi. They are still happy, healthy, and alive with their father and family. Javi has no one on that other side. He has no one. Yes, I have 2 grandmoms that have passed away. I have an uncle that passed away, but Javi don't know them. Right. Javi doesn't know them. So it's like, who is he with up there in heaven? If he is in heaven, who is he with? Right. Because he don't fucking have no one up there. So it's like, that fucks with me. Once again, grief does fucked up shit to your brain. You start thinking of shit you would never know that your brain could even think of. Who fucking thinks of the stuff that I'm saying right now? Honestly.
Nobody. Only grieving parents. Because I understand. Like it is. Grief is bad.
You don't think that fucks with me to say that? To say that I would leave my other 2 kids to go die right now? But I would. And that's fucked up to say, but I would. And I don't know how to sugarcoat that. Right. You know, there is no sugarcoating that. And I love my other 2 kids to death. I do the same thing for them that I'm doing for Javi right now. But Javi's the one that's dead, not them. Right. So either way, they're fine. And he's not. So it's like, comparison. Right. I'm going through that other door. My kids still got their dad. They're fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know any other way to put that. No, I get it. I choose him.
I get you. And like I said, the only reason why I didn't take my own life was because I still have a daughter. That was my, my anchor, I want to say, because
that kept you.
Yes. Yeah. Because it wouldn't be this. I wouldn't be able to, talk about Xavier, tell his story. His mom, she's a real person, like, a very private person.
That's like Javi's dad.
She's a real private person, so
they rather just deal with it by themselves internally.
Yes. And and she's strong. That woman is strong. Like when I say like strong, that woman is strong. But when
any mom that's still walking and breathing after losing their kid is strong.
Mm-hmm.
And fathers too. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, like, for me,
they don't know how hard it is to wake up every morning. The first fucking thing you think about as soon as you open your eyes, oh, my son's dead. Mm-hmm. My son's dead. I roll over to my pillow, my son's ashes is right there. Instant reminder. Oh, good morning, your son's dead. Don't forget. It's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
No, it is. And for a long time, I hated mornings because to wake up and realize
I hate nights. I can't go to sleep at night. The thoughts that fucking twindle through my head. Yeah, it fucks me.
Yeah, I mean, and that's grief. There's different stages of grief that we all go through. Mm-hmm. Constantly. And you can get through, all these steps and getting right back knocked down to the first one, and nobody's gonna understand that.
They're like, oh, but you was just fine at the birthday party yesterday. That was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Today is a whole new day. Just like what I just went through on my social media recently.
Mm-hmm.
One day I'm crying, literally crying on Instagram, because everyone knows I don't care to cry on Instagram. It's not like I'm crying over a job. It's not like I'm crying over a man. It's not like I'm crying because I broke my nail. I'm crying because my kid is dead.
Yes.
So I really don't give a fuck what y'all think about me crying. I'm crying because I miss my kid.
Yep.
So I was just crying yesterday, but then the next day I felt like I wanted to put makeup on and I wanted to do a funny reel or I wanted to post a cute picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how like people expect you to cry every day, like, but y'all don't know that we already do.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't already know that before I did my motherfucking makeup, I was already bawling my eyes out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made me like, okay, you got to get yourself together. Take your mind off of Javi, do something, do a little reel, do a little makeup, take a little picture, feel yourself, feel confident, feel like a human again, because grief makes you feel inhumane. Like the things that go through your mind and how hard you cry. When I cry, it sounds like a fucking dying dog out in the street. Like I'm like wailing, and it's like I don't know them sounds coming out of me, but they are coming out of me. Like like when I cry, and it's hard to stop crying. Like once you get into that moment of grief, then you start watching the videos, you start looking at the pictures, you start reminiscing, you start picturing, I grab my son's ashes, and it's like, fuck, bro, like fuck. And it's like, if I don't get myself out of that, I will die. You know what I mean? So it's like, she was just crying, but now she's posting a sexy picture. I have a mental illness. It's called grief. 1 minute I'm fine, the next fucking minute I'm not. Call me mentally unstable, because I am. 1 minute I'm fine, 1 minute I'm not. That's just what it is.
But again, these are people that don't understand this. They don't know, So like when you were saying all this on your social media, after you posted a picture, at the end of the day, you don't have to impress nobody. You don't have to do anything. At the end of the day, these people, they don't understand what you're going through. Whatever you're going through, and you want to post a picture, you want to cry, you want to do whatever, you're in your right state to do that. And that's the thing too, like, it's my social media. If you don't like that 1 minute I'm crying and the next minute block me, unfollow me.
Why?
Don't watch my stuff, period.
You don't have to. It's not like you're not obligated to be on my page.
At all.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not obligated to follow me through this journey of grief. Y'all want to. And it's like, they're more happy when I'm ready to slit my fucking wrist instead of happy when I'm like trying to not slit my wrist. It's like, what the fuck do y'all want me to do? It's like a lot of expectations from parents who have lost children. It's like everyone expects us to die with them. I wish I could have. I wish I can. Y'all don't fucking understand. I can't take my own life because I won't end up with my kid. If I had validation right now that I kill myself and I go with my son, why? Why?
Yep.
But I don't know that.
Right.
And it's like, I'm already 24/7 about to fucking rip my hair out my head. So the one moment that I do feel like, oh, let me put some lip gloss on and let me take a picture. Y'all want to be like, ain't you supposed to be crying over your son? Bitch, I just did. I just did cry. Like, leave me the fuck alone. If you don't want to be here through my journey, which is up and down, up and down, up and down, then remove yourself. You don't have to be on my social media. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
But it's like, I say that to say that people have a lot of opinions on grieving parents when they're not one themselves. Y'all hold us to these high-ass expectations because we're still standing and we're still breathing. But y'all don't fucking know what we go through internally, mentally, when we're in the fucking house, when we're in the shower. When I'm in the shower, I put my head under the water to hear shh, to see if that'll channel Javi on some weird shit. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, grief is weird. Like, I'll put my head through the shower just to hear if I could hear him talk to me through the fucking water or something. Like, some way, somehow to like have the earth connect us together. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all don't know what I'm really going through or what I really do in this crib. Y'all see what I post because I allow y'all to see what the fuck I post. Y'all are not with me in my everyday life to know what I'm really struggling with inside. They don't understand. They don't know it. They just have a mouth. They just
Opinions.
Have fingers to type and say, lose your kid and then type some shit.
Come holler at me after you lose your kid. Yes.
Until then, y'all really have nothing to say. Send your condolences and move the fuck on. If you don't have nothing nice to say, y'all mother should have taught y'all not to fucking say nothing at all. At all. That's really as simple as it gets. And it's like, I don't care for it. Like, people get it confused. When I address shit on Instagram, it's not because I care. It's not because my night is being spent on thinking about fucking Jared, the dickhead that commented that under my post. I could give a fuck less what he thought. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I'm a very expressive person. all my friends and family know this. I'm very communicative. And when somebody got me fucked up, you're going to know you got me fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And that person had me fucked up. So guess what? Instagram had to know it because I'm sure other people were thinking it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was just a dickhead that said it. But I know in the back of, I'm not going to lie, because before, when I wasn't a grieving parent, sometimes I would think too, like, damn, how's she out partying? She lost her kid. Those thoughts did go through my mind. Because it's like, you're supposed to be so fucking sad and broken,
Mm-hmm.
but we are. Now that I am one, I am.
Mm-hmm.
I've went to a bar after losing my kid. I've tried to hee and dancing, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, you dancing and laughing and your fucking kid is dead. They don't, y'all wouldn't know that because you're not in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to ruin the mood because everybody's twerking out the cars and drinking and that. And I don't want to make anybody sad and, oh, this girl's always sad. She always making the mood bad and blah, blah. I had a fucking family member tell me, sorry, I don't come around, Kayla. It's just that being around you makes me sad. Totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Ain't nothing else to say to that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't come around me because it makes you sad, bitch. Imagine how the fuck I feel every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's fucked up for them to make me feel that way, for them to put that on me. Like, damn, we can't be around you because you always sad. What the fuck? Y'all want me to act like everything's fine and normal? No, I'm always talking about my kid.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if they're like, oh, I just put peanut butter on my sandwich. Oh, Javi used to love peanut butter. That's literally me. I compare it to everything. Oh, we're going to the beach tomorrow. Oh, Javi loved the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring that kid up every second that I can.
Yep. I do the same thing.
Every second that I
I do
can.
the same thing.
That's why I got 3 tattoos of him. I got his name on me twice. Necklaces, earring, you fucking name it. Like, I carry that kid with me every day as much as I can, as hard as I can. Like, he deserves that, and I'm going to give it to him. If that's my last duty as a mom, is to make sure a young boy still is on this earth some way, somehow, I'm going to do it. And guess what? You can't take my kid from me.
Nope.
You can't. You took him from me physically, but guess what? And I'm not judging anyone who did put their kid in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, some way, somehow, I had to take my kid home. Burning his body up, which was fucked up, and another mental thing that caused me to know that I let my kid burn up.
Mm-hmm. But
that was the only way to take him home.
Right.
And my kid was coming the fuck home with me. No matter how I had to do it, he was coming home with me.
Right. I
I was not leaving him there. I would have been in the shower. I would have started missing him. I would have been at the fucking cemetery from fucking 5 a.m.
Like how I do.
And I can't. I have Javier's dad who works at 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's too much time. I need to be with him over there. And it's like, how do I explain that to Jeremiah? It's like, he still doesn't know what's in his ashes box. He just knows that that's Javi.
Mm-hmm.
We take Javi everywhere. He doesn't know that that's Javi's body in there. When I go to a cemetery, well, how the fuck am I supposed to explain that we're looking at a grass patch that's Javi? How do I explain that to his brother? Like, he's under there. Well, what the fuck you mean he's under there? Because I'm pretty sure Jerry was 3 years old. He's 6 now. When it happened, he was 3. I'm pretty sure he knows what happened because he was right there.
Mm-hmm.
But his brain was so little that he doesn't know that he's like not coming back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Jerry still thinks that his brother's in the hospital sometimes. Like, sometimes he'll be like, oh, Javi's not coming back. But then there's days where he's like, when is Javi going to come out the hospital? The last place he's seen his brother was in the hospital.
Right.
I didn't let him see him at the funeral. We didn't let him go up to the casket. We didn't do any of that. So he doesn't fucking know. He has no idea. And it's like, I told OJ that day when they finally took my son's body away from him, I didn't leave my son. I wasn't going to leave my son.
Right.
So I forced them to let us stay in the hospital once they took him up to the refrigerator. Mm-hmm. That's what the fuck it's called. I don't care what else they want to call it.
Right.
They took my son up to the refrigerator. I told them I'm not leaving until the morgue comes and pick my son up. I'm not leaving my kid dead in a refrigerator in New Jersey.
Right.
I'm staying here. So I stood there. We stood there in that fucking room. I want to say maybe 3 extra hours in silence. Everybody just crying. Everybody's looking at each other. Nobody knows what the fuck to say. Mm-hmm. We're all just like, and just serious, like fucking blank face. I'm bawling. OJ's ripping the fucking hospital phones off the wall. Like, and I told them I'm not going nowhere until my kid's body is picked up to be transferred to Philadelphia. I'm not going the fuck to Philadelphia while my kid is up here in the refrigerator. Are y'all fucking cool? Are y'all okay?
Right.
No. So they left us there. They put us in like some family room. Mind you, it's a bunch of us. My aunts, my uncles, my 2 best friends. Like, a lot of people came up to the hospital. My dad flew from Florida. Like, it was a lot of us in there. He wasn't in the hospital, but, you know, he came down. Mm-hmm. And I told OJ when he was sitting next to me right away. I already knew from that moment that they told me my son is not coming back alive. I knew I wasn't putting him in the ground. And I had that conversation with OJ because I didn't know what his thoughts and wants were. But I let it be known right then and there. I told him, I said, listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. My kid's not going in that ground. He's not. And he looked at me kind of like, what do you mean by that? Like, you know, traditionally you get buried. No, the fuck he's not. He's coming home. He is coming home. He's going to sleep with me still. He's going to go to Walmart with us still. He's going to go to fucking family vacations. Javi's been on amusement park rides still in his ashes box. He's been in the pool. He's got water gun fights. He's gone to Applebee's, Red Lobster. You fucking name it. That kid's been on airplanes in his ashes box. He is very much still here. Mm-hmm. Had he been put in the ground, I wouldn't be able to do those things. Right. You understand? I wouldn't have been able to take him anywhere. I wouldn't be able to hold him at night when I fucking need him and I miss him. I had to do that. I didn't want to do that. Do you know how fucking fucked up my brain was knowing that he was getting put into a fucking oven to be burnt to crisp? Right. That shit fucked with me so bad. But it was the only way to bring my kid home. And no matter what it took, I was going to bring my fucking kid home. And that's what I had to do. Right. I had to bring him home like that. And that's a mental fuck. Like sometimes I'd be wanting to fucking grab the ashes, like, I don't, like, it's sickening. No, like, it's fucked up. Like, it's fucked up. Like, I want to hold them. Like, I want to fucking feel them still any way that I can. And it's like, clearly you can't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could, but who the fuck's going to do that?
Yeah, I mean, and with that, all you're going to do is just really just cause yourself more mental anguish.
I looked at them. I looked at it. Mm-hmm. And it was fucking hard to look at. It's fucking crushed up bones. My kid's crushed up bones. But it's like, I had to see it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Same thing with the video. It's like, I didn't want to see it, but I had to see it. And the whole time it's like, fuck, like, I want to blame them so bad, but it's like, damn, they was trying. But it's like things that maybe they could have did differently. Like the fire department could have got there fucking faster. You know, they could have pulled him out faster. They could have took him straight to the hospital instead of working on him. Like, I don't know, things like that. It's like, could he have been okay? Like, could he have been all right if y'all would have just took him straight there? Like,
no, I get it. Cause like with Xavier, right? And again, like we're both grieving parents, so I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm gonna give you, what happened with me. Xavier was shot at around 3:50 in the afternoon, 3:50 p.m. in the afternoon. Cops picked him up within minutes. And he was around Northeast High School. They took him all the way up to Torresdale, Frankfurt, whatever the hospital that was, all the way in the Northeast. That's like itself an 11-minute drive. So my son,
10 minutes.
Yeah. So, my son bleeding out, he could have died in that cop car. He could have died at the hospital. He could have died on that street. I don't know. I didn't know anything, So, I mean, with that, I feel you on that one. Like, damn, like why couldn't y'all, take him to the closest hospital where at least he could have had a fighting chance and not bleed out.
A chance.
So that's always on my mind. But, everybody says, like the closest trauma center was Jefferson Torresdale Hospital that's in the Northeast. That's the closest trauma center.
Damn, hospitals is supposed to be able to just do something. Yeah. Like stabilize them
at least.
Yeah, like stop the blood. Like do blood transfusions, something, like do something, Yeah. But that's how I feel too. Mm-hmm. Like that's how I feel like somehow, some way there could have been a fix. Something could have happened. It's like, well, of course we want to think that. We don't want to fucking just think that, damn, our son just fucking died. Like,
but again, with all that being said, that's a stage of grief. What if we could have did, what if, everything like that. So, everything, like I hate when people say everything happens for a reason.
Oh, that boils my skin.
It.
Oh my God,
it.
That boils
because
me.
What's the reason?
Tell me the reason.
Because that's exactly what it is. Tell me the reason why these two ain't here right now.
Tell me the fucking reason. I'm gonna stay. I never stay shut. I don't stay quiet. I will stay quiet for that one. Mm-hmm. Tell me the reason. What could have been the reason that our firstborn kids get snatched from us like that? Mm-hmm. Something that really it was not their fault and it wasn't for them. Mm-hmm. The drunk driver obviously didn't mean to target my son. It's not like he drove out that casino like, I'm gonna slam into this little boy today. Right. But he did. Mm-hmm. And it's not like it was Xavier's beef. They went for someone else, but yet Xavier got hit. What's the reason?
Right.
What is the reason?
Mm-hmm. And, like for me, like there is no reason. Things
There
happen.
is not one.
Things happen. And this is where the free will things happen. That comes into play. You can't tell me that things happen for a reason, and because if things happen for a reason, right? Why is an innocent taken? Because everybody's told from the moment that they're a kid, do right, be a good kid, and when you pass away, you'll end up in heaven, But why is it that it's kids, being taken?
Why?
And
that's the point. That's what I want to say too. Like, if there's a God is real. Why is it our children that are being taken away from us? What is the reason for that? I don't find one. I can't see one. God can come and sit next to us on this fucking podcast right now and say, I took both of y'all kids because of A, B, and C. It ain't good enough and it don't stick and I don't care. I don't care. Straight up.
I agree. Trust me, I agree. Because when it comes to
take somebody else.
Right. Because like we said earlier, there's evil people out in these streets. You got evil politicians out here. You got all these people that do evil things
actually to die.
Exactly.
Like they actually do. Like rapists and kids, like they deserve to die. But yet they're the ones that are still alive. They're the ones that be living till they're like fucking 60, 70 years old.
Yes. And for me, I don't think that should that should happen, because why are you getting to live a full life? Your 8-year-old son and my 16-year-old son literally are not here. Why is it fair that they're not here and, everybody else?
But their killers are.
Because for me, the punishment should fit the crime.
Life for life is what I grew up knowing.
And that's how
when
I grew up
I
too.
was watching movies and shit, it was life for life, eye for an eye, motherfucker. And now it's like, oh, but they have rights and this and that. My kid had motherfucking rights too. My kid had a right to be fucking sleeping in his daddy car after a fishing trip. My kid had the right to be the fuck alive right now.
Yes.
And that right was taken from him. So what about this motherfucker? How he got so many rights, but what about the kids?
Right.
They have rights. They have right to fucking life. That was taken from them. Yep. So it should be also taken away from that person.
Exactly. Too. And that's why
that's what's fair to me.
And that's why I said the 15 years that was given to that man was not enough. It should have been life for a life. You take my son's life.
Especially given the circumstances.
Especially given the circumstances. You are in control. You are in control of your own situation when you go out to drink and you decide, you know what? I'm not going to take an Uber. I'm going to drive. And then I'm going to drive over 100 miles per hour. Mind you, when the speed limit is 65. Sometimes 70. Sometimes.
Well, where Javi was killed, it was 50.
Man, well, there you go. Even worse.
107 miles per hour in a 50 mile
You did
zone.
Over double the speed limit.
Double the legal limit of drinking. Double the limit of the speed. No accountability. And you fucking went home safe and sound.
And my kid is in a body bag.
Yep.
So, for me, the punishment should fit the crime. You killed my son. You either get the death penalty, or you gonna do like
die.
Yeah, like you got. Because for me, it's not cool. You're still living and breathing, like you said already. We talked. You said it earlier. You're still living and breathing. My son's not here. Same thing with with Xavier's killer. You get to see your family get to see you. Even
when Xavier's killer goes to jail, his family will still get to see him. He'll still make them phone calls. He still gets visits. He still eats fucking meals a day. Still takes a hot shower. Can play a little basketball, play a little chess game, in their little prison cell. Yep. Well, our kids are fucking gone for life.
For life, and that's why for me, I'm going to push as hard as I can, for the harshest punishment possible, because they can say whatever, right? The person that took my son's life was 17 years old. My son was 16. They can say, oh, he's a kid. Well, guess what? He was a kid too.
Yeah, right. Like, you can't compare them two type of things. You really can't.
Because the moment you mention that, okay, and it's worse for you. A grown man took your son's life with the vehicle. Yep. For me, that doesn't equal up to anything. You can't sit here and tell me, that's okay. The man that took your son got to be free for a year and a half or however long it was. It's not fair because you don't got your son. It's not, thank God thank God the Philadelphia Police Department did their jobs and got Xavier's killer like this.
That's
and
amazing.
But now, because it's been put out there too, I wanted to bring this up. You've seen the video I posted.
Mm-hmm.
There were 2 other shooters involved in the shooting, right? Everybody involved needs to get the same punishment.
Everyone.
Because
that's how I feel too with my son case. And everyone that was involved anyway, even the people that poured him them fucking shots, you're in trouble too, bitch. Mm-hmm. You're in trouble too.
Yep.
All of y'all.
Casino, that man, they all should be held liable, because at the end of the day, we're talking about the lives of children.
Yep.
And, it's not fair that, like 16, 8, that's not a life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beginning. I'm 33 years old right now. And I feel like I lived a long time, but I'm still young.
Right.
We're still young. People look at us and say like, "Oh, you're still young. You still got a whole life ahead of you." So imagine.
Oh,
and
that's how I feel.
And that's
when
why
you get out, you're going to be 45.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my aunts and uncles is 45 right now. They still shaking ass,
mm-hmm.
going to concerts, out at the bar. Like they still living their full
life,
grown ass life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what? It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. It is. It is.
Yeah. And
sometimes it's what consumes me. Like all them thoughts, everything we talking about, it literally takes over me, and it's like I be stuck thinking about it over and over and over again. Like what can I do to like not think this? But it's like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Yep. And again, me, I already told you plenty of times, I'm so proud of your strength.
Thank you.
I really am, because regardless of what people say, because of you, whatever you're posting, whatever you're doing, nobody knows what the daily battle that we go through as parents that lost their children. And it's not like we lost our children, to the justice system, to the system, and that, or anything like that. We lost our children to death,
something that's irreversible, something that you can't fucking fix
at all.
You can't fix it. You can't stop it. You can't bring it back.
Nope.
Nothing. Like they're just gone.
Yes.
Like there's nothing you can do about it.
And that's why, for me, I always say I'm proud of your strength. You fought so hard, and you're still really fighting. And, like a lot of people don't understand what it takes to, go through what you're going through and still have the will to fight. Because like you said earlier, you be drained. I am mentally, and being strong is not easy. I'm mentally, physically, emotionally like, just
everyone expects us to just be strong. You got this. But what if I don't? What if I don't got this?
Right.
Then what? Y'all not gonna come help me. Y'all not gonna come save me the day that I just fucking crumble into pieces. And there's been days where I've crumbled and I was this close. Like, oh no, I gotta go. Like this pain is taking over me. Like it hurt. Like your chest hurt. Like you feel like you can't fucking breathe. That lump is so hard that you're trying to swallow and you can't. You're just welled up. Like you're just like, this is not worth living. It's not worth being here with these type of feelings. Like it's not worth living with this type of pain strapped to your back.
Right.
And when I mean strapped to your fucking back, I quite literally mean strapped to my back. When I take my son out to Walmart, he's going in his little backpack on our backs. We got to carry him through the amusement parks, through the airports. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's on our fucking back. So when I say I'm carrying this shit, like I'm literally carrying it on my fucking back. Like every day. And Javi, his ashes is heavy. Like they're not light. Like you grab young boy and you're like, oh shit, like he hefty. Like he's heavy, Shit caused me back problems and everything. But guess what? I'll limp with that motherfucker on my back before I just leave him sitting on a mantle or, no offense, but like, or leaving him under the ground. Like I couldn't do it and I won't do it. Like I take my baby with me everywhere, like everywhere. Right now he outside barbecuing with his family, like at the house. Like he goes everywhere. And Jerry, I'll leave Javi with him down there if he's sleeping or something. Like Jerry wakes up late, but when he wakes up, he comes upstairs with his brother. Like he doesn't leave his brother downstairs. Like when he wakes up, he comes upstairs with Javi's ashes. Or like if he thinks we're gonna forget Javi when we about to get in the car, him like, oh, don't forget my brother. Like grab my brother. So it's like he's also learning, like, me and OJ are not gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? One day we're gonna go too. And it's like Javi's not in the ground. He's in a box somewhere. So it's like I'm kind of teaching him too, when we're no longer here, You need to take care of your brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're doing. This is our tradition. This is how we're going to keep him down here. Like, when we're no longer here, now is your job to carry him with you and down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I die, I don't want to be buried either. I want to be put right with my son. Like, I want to be put right together. Like, we got to stay together in life, after life, all of it. So.
Right. No, I agree. You know, and it's like you're talking about Jerry. It's the same thing like with Mia. You know, every time I pick her up, when it's time for my weekends, I want to go see Xavier. That's the first thing she says when I pick her up. The first thing she says walking out her mom's door is, "I want to go see Xavier. Come on." Yeah,
and a lot of people don't notice that too. That we have kids that are also dealing with the grief, and it's like we can't even help them because we can barely help ourselves.
Exactly.
What do you say to them? What do you say to these children that want their fucking sibling? Javi lived a life without Jerry before, but since Jerry was born, he's never lived a life without Jav. Right. You know what I'm saying? When Jerry came to this world, Javi was there from the moment he was born. Yeah. So it's now that he doesn't have him, it fucks with Jerry. I know it does because he said it. He speaks it. He tells you. Like, my cousin was at the house the other day. They were jumping on the trampoline and he seen like a star or something. And the other kids told him it was a shooting star, and then they were make a wish, and he was like, well, I wish I could have Javi back in front of all of us. Like, it's just so raw, it's so fucking real, like, you can't fake it. Like, he wants his brother, and it's like, how can I tell him that he won't have him anymore? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's really hard, because then it's like when he's breaking down and he's crying, I don't know what to say to him. I really don't. And that's a big struggle, because I want to help him, I want to soothe him, I want to comfort him. And the most that I could ever do is just tell him, like, Papi, Javi loves you. Like, he loves you. He misses you. He sees you. Still talk to him. Like, you know, if you're in the shower, talk to him. When you're in your room and you're about to go to sleep, talk to him. Like, he can hear you. Like, oh, but he's not talking back to me because he can't right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's one day that you'll be able to talk to him again. And it's hard to tell somebody that. Like, it's hard to tell him stuff like that because he doesn't understand. Like, he doesn't know what that means.
Right.
And it's like, how do you help them? I can't help him. It's like fucked up, sad that he's going through the grief himself. And it's like, damn, like, obviously he needs therapy. I know he needs therapy. And I just know that when he goes to therapy is all going to be real for him then. Because it's like, why are we here talking about this? He's coming back, right? And it's like,
that's when the realization will set in.
Right.
And like, like you said, he, it's different for Mia because she's older. Jerry's still young. So when it finally sets in, you're going to have to deal with the same emotions you dealt with when it first happened, because now it's him going through everything that you went through when the realization hits in. I didn't know what to say to Mia when I first told her. I just told her he went with God. Xavier went with God, and at first she thought I was playing. She thought I was joking around.
Everyone thought I was playing too when I told them about Javi death. Like, why the fuck would we joke around?
No, that's nothing to joke around. Like, but again, Mia's she's a kid. She so she's thinking I'm just playing around. But when it set in, and she was like, damn, my brother died, and she just took a sigh, walked to my mom, came back. And then,
it don't hit them right away. It doesn't hit none of us right away because you're like, no fucking way. There's no way. And then it's like, the nights start going, the days start going, and you're like, oh my fucking God, they're not coming back. Like, they really are gone. Like,
and again, the first time anybody seen Xavier was in the, at the viewing. My first time walking up to the casket, with his mom. Like, my soul left my body.
Mine's too. I blinked out.
I could not. It's like, talking about it now is getting me emotional. But like, what that first initial walk up is nothing like it. When I tell you,
the same thing for us. They kept everybody out, and me and OJ had to walk up to that casket by ourselves.
And you got an hour to yourself, correct?
I didn't take the hour to myself. I would have probably took his body and went back home. Right, so I came when everybody else was there so that I could
so you can
make it through it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Being there by myself, I don't know what I would have done. But before they all were waiting outside of the funeral home while we walked up to them. And then we had a couple minutes with him by ourselves, and then we told them, let's get this going, because I didn't want to just keep staring at him. Obviously, I didn't leave his side the whole funeral. I was with a chair, laid right on his legs the whole time. Like the entire time I didn't leave his body there, but it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. And I felt not human because people like, nobody really said it, but I know they were thinking it because I wasn't crying. I wasn't weeping. I wasn't like, oh, like as a dramatic mother should have been. I was like rock solid. Like I felt like I wasn't in my body. Like my body was just there by itself in shock. And I didn't know what to do. Quite frankly, like I was just there, you know, like everyone's coming up to me. There's still people that come up to me. Like I cut a lot of people off that didn't come to my son's funeral because it's like the only time like that y'all should have never missed out on something right here. Like why the fuck you not gonna show up to his funeral? Right. So a couple people did get cut off, but then they'll come up to me like, girl, I was there. Like I literally was talking to you. And it's like, I don't remember that. I don't remember none of it. I don't remember people coming up to me. I don't remember people hugging me. I don't remember any of it.
It's crazy because the same thing. Like,
I don't.
A couple of my friends were there, and my best friend Melissa, she was there, and I couldn't even remember, you know, if she went to the funeral or not. And they were right there, like her and her baby dad was there. You know, they were there for me. When I tell you like that is real, like that not remembering everything because your body is just in a state of shock.
Yeah, you know, I remember that feeling though. I remember of me feeling just like blank. Like I felt like I didn't have a heartbeat. Like I just felt soulless. Like I don't know how to explain that. Like it was just like blank. And Javi's dad was really, really fucked up and emotional. And I'm like just trying to tell him, like, I'm like, no, just don't think about it. Like, that's not Javi. Like, that's not Javi. That's just his body. Like, Javi not there. Like, I'm trying to convince myself, like, this is not it. Like, right. And I remember too, because it's mandatory to do autopsies on children. I didn't know that my child had an autopsy. Mind you, I didn't get his autopsy till months later. Mind you, funeral happened 3 days after my son's death. We were on that shit fast. Right. So I went to go hug my son and I fill up plastic on him. In front of that whole funeral, I ripped that little boy's shirt up and I'm like, what is this? Like, I was about to take it off and the funeral director came running up to me. She's like, he was like, please don't do that. There's a big slice under him. And I'm like, why? Like, what? Why did y'all slice him open? I'm thinking they're organ trafficking him or something. Like, I was about to crash the fuck out. Right. And they're like, because he had an autopsy done. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then that's even brutal too, because then I go home to research shit. I didn't fucking know that they done took my kid's brain, his heart, his organs, put it in a bag and shoved it in his fucking abdomen. It's brutal. It's brutal, the things that you go through with death. And that's what the autopsy is. They take you know what I'm saying, to examine it, see what happened. That's how they found out he had a brain hemorrhage. But they don't place them don't place them back to where they go. They don't put the kidney where it's supposed to go. They put it in a bag, they slice you open, and they stuff it in there. So underneath of that plastic was his organs. And it's like, it makes my stomach curl now thinking about it. Like, my fucking kid was just dissected and laying there. Like, and 3 days ago, he was alive, happy, and healthy. Right. Now you're telling me my fucking kid is sitting here with his brain in his fucking stomach, bro? Right. But y'all don't know that. But y'all don't feel that. But y'all didn't have to experience that. Nope. They didn't. So, yeah, you ask me, she's a little kooky. She's a little crazy. Yeah, I sure am. I fucking hugged my son's dead body. I washed my dad's body. I sucked blood out of my son's mouth. Yeah, you're right. I'm not right in the fucking head. There's some loose screws after that. Like, you're damn right. I'm fucked up.
Because seeing your child dead will fuck anybody up.
Especially when I had just seen him alive. Minutes ago. He was just alive minutes ago. How do you tell me within seconds later he's dead? How? And what's crazy is that on the body cam, do you have a pulse? Do you have a pulse? They keep saying, yeah, right? And then you see the firefighters, right? They clamp the car open. It's like a bunch of firefighters. So you can't see Javi. You can't see the car. You see all the firefighters, but you see them clamping open the door. Javi was so stuck in the car that when they were trying to still pull him out after they had unclamped the door, you see them pulling. And he's still not coming out of this smushed fucking car until the firefighter used his body strength, because you see it in the video, clear. He grabs Javi, and with his whole body, he falls to the ground and everything. And that's how Javi comes out. When Javi comes out, they put him on the stretcher. I seen it, which is really fucking brutal. They put him on the stretcher, and once again, you hear, do you have a pulse? Do you have a pulse? He goes like this, and he's like, no, start CPR right now. And it cuts off. I was only shown certain clips because there was things I had to answer for those certain clips.
Right.
But when I do see all of it, it confirms what was said to me, because in the hospital, I asked the police. There was one police that was being like real sentimental towards me. Like when they all pulled me off of my kid, he came up to me, he's like, I didn't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that, but like, you got to calm down. And I'm like, calm the fuck down. I said, what are you talking about? What are you saying calm? There's nothing calm about this. My kid is dead. Right. What are you saying right now? And he was real like sweet, like real like calm, like he knew what was going on. And he was like talking to me, and I was like, I need to ask you something, and I need you to tell me the truth. When you was on that scene, was my kid breathing? Yes or no? When that kid was in the car, was he breathing? He ain't say nothing, I guess, because his body cam John was on. He couldn't tell me, I guess, but he went like this. Told me, yeah, that he was breathing. But when they took him out, he stopped. And the ambulance lady, she found me a couple of days after it happened. She found me and she told me what happened. She wanted to tell me that she wanted to let me know that they tried their best to wake him up, and they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? But she had told me, shit, what was I just about to say? She came to pick up a shirt, and she came and she told me, and she was like, we tried our best and blah, blah, blah. She was like, but, there we go. That when they took him out of the car, since he was smushed, it was holding everything together. And when they took him out is when his whole body filled with blood. I think if I remember correctly, I think it was 2 liters on the left and 2 liters on the right, full of blood. He bled internally. But when he was smushed, it was holding it all together. It was keeping it all together. So he wasn't filling up. Right. But even then, in those moments, I'm like, damn, if they would have grabbed him faster, would he have been all right? Because he was still breathing. You can hear them saying it. You can hear them saying light breathing. But come to find out, the breathing that he was having, from what the ambulance lady said, it was hemorrhage breathing. When the brain was hemorrhaging, it was kind of like a type of breathe instead of like a regular breathe.
So it was like a body reaction.
He was dying. Right. He was breathing, but he was dying. You know what I'm saying? He was dying in that car with no one there with him. Right. Once again, they were there, but I mean like someone to hold him while he's leaving this earth. And that's what I wanted. That if he was going to die, I'd rather him had died in my arms with me there in his last moments. You know what I mean? And not even his dad was presented with that either, because he was fucking stuck in the car. You know what I'm saying? So he like robbed us of everything. You robbed us of his last breaths. You robbed us of his life. You robbed us of me getting to say goodbye. I didn't get to say goodbye to my kid, neither did his dad. Javi's last words to his dad was, wake me up when we get home, Daddy. That never happened. Never happened. So, I don't know. Grief is really strange. Yes. It does a lot of things to you. And it's like anybody who is grieving, especially a child, y'all got to check up on y'all folks, because I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of my folks don't check up on me at all.
And that was something else I wanted to bring up. I know, like, you know, we had a little pressed for time now because we're going like towards the, but I wanted to bring this up to you, right? Because since everything happened, you know, everybody's there for you in the beginning. Everybody's there. You know,
aunts you never seen in 10 years, cousins that you don't even talk to. Yep.
You know, and then, you know, Xavier's been gone for 6 months now. About to be 7. The amount of people that have went from being there, you know, like you have your people that, you know, that stay solid with you, check up on you, make sure that you're good. You know, they call
those people for me are Instagram people. I lie to you not, you know.
That's crazy.
It's not, and they'll watch it and feel offended, but I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. My mom don't check up on me every day. My brother don't check up on me every day. My grandmom, like my aunts, my uncle, they don't check up on me every day. You know who fucking checks up on me every day?
Strangers.
Some random people on Instagram. I lie to you not. And I lie to you not.
That's insane.
I lie to you not.
That's insane. For me, that's insane, because in these times is where your family is supposed to come together. Because I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. My family, my mom, my dad, my siblings, you know, my friends that I call, you know, my brothers and my sisters, you know, that they're good friends. Like they have, like, you know, they've been there for me. you know, and, you know, like, again, those are my solid people that I can depend on every day. I got a friend and her husband. They call me every other day. They call me this morning to just check up on me and make sure I'm okay.
And that's really all that, like, that's all that would really satisfy me, like a call. Like, yo, sis, you good?
Right.
Hey, you okay? Are the boys okay?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I get it. Everyone has lives. That's the whole thing. Everyone loves telling me, everyone has lives. We work. We do this. We do that. Okay, at least y'all the fuck alive without no dead kid. Like, I'm over here fucking in my thoughts every day. And it's like, I'm not trying to talk shit about them. Like, but it's like they want to talk shit about me because I'm talking to Instagram more than I'm talking to them, or I put my whole life on Instagram. So what? Because they make me feel like they care.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do. They, even if they don't care and they're just nosy, they make me feel like they care. And
Mm-hmm.
I need to feel that.
Yep.
I need to feel like somebody
got you.
cares. Somebody wants to hear me. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
wants to check up on me. If I go a day without posting, it's like at least 30 people on my Instagram that will be like, hey, you didn't post today. Are you okay? Like,
okay? Are
you all right? And why isn't my family doing that? And it's like, they show up for Javi, don't get me wrong. His events, his birthdays, blah, blah, blah. My mom, my brothers, all my family, they're there. And they show up for him, I guess, when it's needed in their eyes. But it's like, you don't need to physically be there, but you could call me. You could text me. You all right, sis?
Right.
Thinking about you today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Balloon releases got smaller, and I don't care about the earth. Everyone wants to be like, you're killing the earth with these balloons every month. I don't give a fuck about the earth. Let the earth end faster so I could be faster with my kid. As selfish as that sounds, sorry for y'all and y'all kids, but it's if these balloons are killing the earth, faster for me to get to Javi, and I'm still gonna let them go every 23rd.
Right.
He's more important than y'all. He's more important to me than the earth.
Exactly.
I'm very sorry for that y'all feel that way. But my little 8 balloons ain't gonna kill the earth any faster than y'all are with pollution and shit.
Well,
so
one thing I'm gonna say right now, don't ever apologize.
No, I don't. But
Ever.
I be seeing, your balloons are not making it to heaven. You're fucking the earth up and killing the dolphins. Man, fuck the dolphins and fuck the earth. He sees me at least trying to make them go up there.
Exactly.
I don't care.
It's about you and how you are grieving. You grieve how you need to grieve.
And I do.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, don't ever let nobody tell you how to do that, because I've already had somebody tell me how to grieve, and
I bet you it was from someone who didn't lose a kid.
it was for somebody that lost a kid.
Because but hey, while we're on that, and I'm not to bash nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I to fucking bash anybody? But a lot of these motherfuckers, they don't grieve the way that me and you grieve.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no right way to grieve, but there's a right way to honor a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't doing it.
Nope.
I promise you they're not. And it's fucked up that you would think, like, I'm not going to say anything, but it's certain moms that I have on Instagram who have lost kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd be surprised that there is nothing on their page about that child that they lost. They're not in the bio. They're not in the profile picture. They're not on any videos. They don't post them. They don't talk about them. And it's like, people grieve in different ways. Some people are maybe close to it. But it's like, how don't you honor that person? Like, how don't you honor your baby? Like, we're not, like, again, we're not talking about a grandpa, aunt, uncle. Like, we're talking about your kid. Why would you not want to honor them? Like, I get it. People are different. I'm not here to judge. I'm really not. Just because I'm so vocal and out with mines doesn't mean that the next person is. But like I said, grieving is different. The way we honor our kids is like regular standard honoring. Like, wear shirts, wear necklaces, get a tattoo, talk about them, post them, show your memories, something.
Right. No, and
it's like, damn, just because he dead, that's it.
That I get you on that.
I can't respect that. I can't fuck with it. I unfollowed her and everything. How you gonna tell me how to grieve? Look, girl, what you doing?
Right. No, you're right. Now, and that's not to say that to everybody, because
no, it's not.
Yeah, because there's other people.
But there's a few of them.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I've seen it. I see people, that have lost somebody, and they act like nothing happened,
And it, like, how you do that? How
you
go on about your day? Like, not think about that your
can't.
child.
I can't do it. For
Neither
me,
can I.
I can't. My kid was everything to me, and I'm gonna till the day I die, I'm gonna forever make sure everybody knows his name, as you are doing.
That's how I am with
everybody
mine.
knows his name.
Yep, and that's how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a right way to grieve, is like that.
Yes.
To keep that person on earth as much as you can. Try to keep their name said as much as you can. Try to make their face seen as much as they can, because they're not here to do it by themselves. They're not here to talk. They're not here to show you their face. They're not here to make new memories. So you gotta hold on to the memories you got. Continue to show their face. Continue to say their name. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I make it through. That's the only thing that keeps me going. Is
The memories.
Knowing if I was to die right now, I can't count on one hand how many people would keep my young boy alive. And that's a fact. And I don't care how many of my friends and family feel offended by that when they see this. It's the truth. If I was to die right now, it would be no motherfuckers doing his events, making sure his billboards go up, making sure that he has birthday parties still and walks for his anniversary. I do all that shit. If I wasn't the one saying, hey, his walk is da-da-da-da, you think it would get done? Because it wouldn't. If I wasn't the one buying the balloons every 23rd, you think balloons would go up in the air? It wouldn't. That's another reason why I got to stay here on this earth. Nobody else going to honor him like me. Nobody else is going to keep him alive like me.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
And like I said, that's why I commend you so much. And I'm so proud of the strength that you do, because you go so hard for your son as you supposed to.
It is like natural though, Nino. You know what I mean? It's like, I have to do it. Like, I feel it in my chest. Like, girl, like, it's like natural. Like, it just comes. Like, it just comes.
It's like unconditional love.
Yeah, it's like,
it comes.
It's not because I'm doing this because I'm strong and da-da-da-da. It's because it's just, that's just what my heart wants to do. Like, I want to show y'all my baby. I want to show y'all his last moments. I want to show y'all his videos. I want to show you his laugh. I want to talk about his curly curl and his big green eyes and his big ears and his little dinosaur teeth. Like, y'all got to know all that. And me doing that, it's people that say to me, damn, I feel like I knew your son and I never met him before. But because of your videos and how you speak about him and the details that you show, and I feel like I know him. And that's the point.
And you know what's crazy? I know what you mean, because that's as everybody tells me the same thing, because I post Xavier every day. I talk about him every day. I'm letting this, let people know, like, this is what I'm talking about on this. I'm bringing people on here to talk about what was going on, not just, for people to, gain, what's going on, but for them to know, because like I said, there's some people that's probably going to be watching this that didn't know about Javi, but guess what? They're going to know about Javi now,
That's why when you gave me the opportunity, I'm like, yeah, of course. Anytime somebody, hey, you want to talk about Javi, you want to tell your son story? Sure, sign me up. I'll be there. And it's not easy. I'm going to leave this podcast and the rest of the night, I'm going to think about my son and everything that we just spoke about. I'm going to think about the details I just told you about the hospital. I'm going to think about the details I just told you at the crash scene. I'm going to replay the body cam footage up in my mind, because once I speak about it, like I said, once I get started, I cannot stop. It's like a tunnel. When you go in, you can't go backwards. You got to see it the fuck all the way through. And it's like, now that I've done this, I'm going to go home tonight, and what's going to be on my mind is everything that we just spoke about today. All the fucking weird shit that grief does to me. All the pain that I'm feeling over me, like, is going to fuck with me tonight. And that's just how this shit goes.
That's how grief is. And honestly, I want you on here again, because there's still so much that we still have to talk about.
I know. And it's like, and it's crazy. It's crazy because I was going to say the same thing to you after the podcast. And they're like, damn, like, it's so much more like that I wanted to talk about. Like, so much more that grief does to me, or that does to us, that people would never think about. Like, they would never see grief in that perspective. And I'm good at that. I'm good at making people see what I'm envisioning. I'm good at showing people my feelings. And the way I put things is like, you can't unfeel it. You're going to take that shit to the chest. You're going to feel it too. Like, it's hard. It's hard. And sometimes, like I said, I feel like a crazy person, like a mental illness person, because of the thoughts and stuff that goes through my mind with grief. Like, real quick, before the podcast ends, I told this story to a couple of my friends. When I went to get these portraits, my original plan was to have Javi's ashes in them. I specifically went to Fax Tats at Incadelphia to ask him if he was okay with being an artist that would tattoo my son's ashes in me. He said yes. At first, he was like a little, like, he never heard of that before. He never did it before, but he wasn't opposed to it. We told him my son's story. He felt bad. Like, Fax became a fucking
trust me, I know.
Real close person to my whole family. He's done like at least 6 tats of Javi already. 3 on me, myself, my brother, OJ's sister, OJ. Like, he's familiar. He came to my son's sentencing. He's a real one. Shout out to you, Fax.
Yeah, shout out to Fax. Seriously.
Shout out to Fax. But I'm trying to make it quick. Anyway, I was supposed to, these tattoos, all of these are supposed to have Javi's ashes in them. Okay, that was the plan. So before I got my son's ashes back, I had let the funeral guy know, like, hey, I need some of my son's ashes put to the side because I'm gonna get them tattooed. I didn't want to ever disturb Javi in his box. I don't want to. I'm not ready for it.
Right.
So he gave me a little tube of him. When it came time to do it, my point of saying this is to show you how fucked up grief can make your mind. When it came time to do it, this random fucking crazy ass thought hit me, and I'm like, oh my God. And some people may laugh, and it's okay if y'all laugh, because once again, grief is weird. You could laugh, you could cry, you could be sad, you could be angry, who knows?
Right.
A random thought came in my mind, and it was like, what if a fucking alien came down to the earth in a couple years and they had a way to put Javi back together, but I needed every single piece of him, every piece of his ashes. How I was going to do that if I put him in my skin. If I put him in my skin, I wanted to make a tree out of him because, you know, you can make trees out of ashes. My family members wanted necklaces with his ashes, and I was going to do it. But then when the time came down to it, fucked up thoughts start going through my mind. Like, oh my God, what if they come up with some new fucking technology where if you put all the ashes in, it could grow up another Javi. Right. And I'm like, damn, obviously we fucking know that would never happen. Right. But in my brain, there was a chance that it could have. Never did it. Every single one of these tattoos don't have the ashes. The tube is inside of a teddy bear inside of his room that we sleep and cuddle with too. I couldn't do it. And it's because of those fucked up thoughts. A fucking alien coming down to the earth to build my son back together. Right. But at the time, it was like, oh shit, what if it do happen? Right. We don't fucking know what them aliens are capable of, or what magic powers they got up there, or secret crystals, or fucking piece of moon or something that they put him in the ashes and he builds himself back. I don't know. Right. But that's what grief did to me. That's what it does to me. That's somehow, some way. I still think there's a way for him to come back, because I'm not accepting the fact that young boy is gone. I can't accept it.
Trust me, I know.
Every single day, I'm like, nah, there's a way he's gonna come back. He gotta come back. There's a way we're gonna be together again. Or sometimes I think that I'm in some fucked up coma, and like this is all a dream, and that I'm gonna wake up from a hospital bed and Javito's gonna be right there. Like sometimes I think it's me that it got hurt or something, and I'm in like some fucking
dream, nightmare, whatever you want to call
it. Sometimes I think like, damn, like, no, I'm gonna wake up one day like this ain't fucking real. This is all like a fucking fake reality or something. Like, but here we both are, on the Gritty podcast without our kids. So that's grief. That's what grief will do to you.
Well, before we end this, I wanted to do this because I don't want to end on, a sad note or, everything like that.
This is reality, though. Our reality is sad.
It's sad, but I want you to just say, give me your best Javi moment ever in your life with him.
That's gonna make me cry.
Listen.
There's too many.
I know, because I think about it all the time. And
I was cool this whole time. Why you gonna go fuck me up like that?
I'm sorry, but
there's a lot. I can't specifically pick out one memory because there's too many. But probably the last really fun memory I had with him is going down the water slide with him on his birthday. Because we went on that bitch 1,000 times. And he was having so much fun on his birthday. And when we went down the slide, it was just so fun. Like, we was just so free. Like, he was on one side, I'm on one side, we racing. And obviously he wants to win, but my body mass is heavier, so I'm going down that bitch fast as shit. And I feel bad because I keep beating him on his birthday. So it's like I try to stop myself one of the times that we was going down so he could get down first. And it didn't fucking work. I ended up hurting my nail, bending my nail backwards. But I always still told him, like, no, you won. Like, you won. I got down here faster. Like, it was you. But that's like one of the most favorite memories that I have of him. But clearly, y'all see the videos that I post to him. Like, how do you choose one? There's too many.
There's too many.
Boy used to play with my hair, rub my feet, like, kiss me all the time. Like, he was a great kid. He was an amazing kid. Like, everyone's going to say that about their kid. But, like, if you knew Javi, then you knew. Like, he was really, like, just pure and innocent. And he had a lot of love to give. Like, he was sweet to everybody. He was nice to everybody. He was really caring and really sweet. And it's like, I can't just pick one memory. It's too many. I have too many memories with that kid. Every single second of his life, I was with him. I was never not with the kid. And you see, That kid's been to Florida multiple times. He been to Disney 4 to fucking 5 times. He been Legoland, Gatorland, like you name it. He's been everywhere and done everything. He's been on boats, like he's been in Miami. Like that boy lived a life, and that's one thing that I take pride in. You know, that now that he's gone, I take pride in knowing that we gave him that life.
Mm-hmm.
He's done things that there's 30-year-olds that haven't accomplished yet. It's people that never got to go to Disney World in their life. My young boy went 4 times. It's everybody's magical dream to go to Disney World.
Right.
Young boy did it, and he did it 4 times. Like, I gave him an incredible life. His dad gave him an incredible life. He was loved. He was cared for. Like, so to ask me to pick one memory, I don't have one. I don't have one because his whole fucking life was magical. His whole life was nothing but happiness and love. That's all that kid gave to me. That's all that was reciprocated from me to him, from anyone that met him or knew him. He was loved by everyone. So, yeah, you told us not to end on a sad note.
I'm sorry. Well, I mean, it's not really a sad note because you know why? These are tears. It's more of a tears of joy because you're thinking about a great memory of your son. You know.
Yeah.
So
that was fun though. His birthday was fun, bro. We had fun. That whole vacation. I told him to choose. I said he wanted to go to DreamWorks up in the big ass mall.
Dream America Mall.
Yeah, he wanted to go there, and I was like, okay, you want to go there or you want to go to Florida because he was stuck between both. I was like, you want to do that or you want to go to Florida? And he chose Florida, and yeah, we made that shit happen. We went to Florida, jumping off boats. We did all types of things out there, and that's what he wanted. That's what he got. And yeah, that was a good memory. That was the last good memory of him. But even the day before he went on that fishing trip, we were outside. He was riding his bike up and down the street and like just happy, just a happy kid. And
right.
I take that shit to the chest. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was happy even if we were in DreamWorks, if we were in Florida, or if he was just riding his fucking bike up and down this fucking street. He was happy and alive. Like, you know what I mean? And I was more than grateful. I always used to tell God how grateful I am. Like, I'm so happy. Thank you for my kids. Like, even if I'm in the fucking dead smack of fucking North Philly, like, I don't care. Like, I'm grateful that my kids are happy and alive right now. And now that he's not, it's like, the fuck is there to be grateful for anymore? You know what I mean? Obviously, my other 2 kids, I'm so grateful for them. I love them to death. I'm happy that God gave me that another little baby because he also saved me. Like, the joy that you get from those tiny babies when they need you and they love you. I don't feel like needed and wanted that much by Jerry because he's a daddy boy.
Mm-hmm.
A full daddy's boy. So like he'll run to his dad first than me. And that's how Javi was with me. Javi would run to me first than his dad. So now that was taken away from me, it hurts me to see it with Jerry and OJ because it makes me miss Javi even more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so I'm grateful that I was presented the chance to have another baby because now I feel needed and wanted, like, you know, by this little baby that just loves the shit out of me. So I just try to like leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Like just try to take any type of happiness I could get, I'm gonna take it. And I'm just grateful that I got another baby because Jerry is all his dad. That he loves me, of course, it's my son and I love him. But if you ask him right now who you want to go live with forever, he's gonna say his dad. He's gonna say his dad every time. And that hurts me. Cause like, hello, you're supposed to be mommy's boy, but he's not. Javi was mommy's boy, but that boy, all his dad. 100%. And I really hope that the baby don't come out like that because if he do, then I'm definitely leaving. I'm going to go to Florida and leave them in Philly or something.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm not going to do that. You think I'm going to leave my damn kids?
No, not that. I'm talking about, I don't think
No, I'm trying to keep the baby away from his dad as much as possible. Like I need another baby now too. Now that Javi's not here, I need one that wants mommy because Jerry is daddy. Like there are like 2 peas in a pod. Like let me put it like this: if OJ falls asleep upstairs on the sofa, excuse me, Jerry's going to sleep on that sofa. He don't come down to the bed if his dad is not downstairs in that bed. Right. Like that's how close they are. So
I know this is probably something that, you won't think of, right? But what if, right, the baby is God's way of giving you another chance to have that connection?
That's what I want to hope.
Because for me, childbirth, is a blessing, in itself, and then, even making the baby,
especially when they come out healthy.
Exactly.
So, no, for sure. I'm definitely grateful. And I want to hope and think that baby is another Javito, where like he'll have that bond with me, how Jerry has that bond with his dad. And if it don't, I'm going to be even more mad at God. And that's going to take me even more longer to not be mad at him. Because like, hello, can you give me some type of something here? Like, I'm struggling down here. I need something to keep me going. But the baby, obviously, he's so little now. He doesn't know, mom, like which one to choose. But
right.
I hope he do, though. I hope when he get older, he do. Because I lost Jerry. Jerry's gone. Jerry is team dad, 100%. But then I wasn't so mad at that because it was like that with me and Javi. So it was like me and Javi, Jerry and OJ. That's how it was. Like, we had our little bonds going on.
Yeah.
And now that Javito's not here, it sucks. It sucks that now I see them with their little favoritism and I'm over here like okay, like a little outsider. Like, I ain't got no one to cuddle with tonight.
Right.
Like they're upstairs on the sofa and usually like no matter what, even if Javito fell asleep in his room, he crawled his way back into my arms every single night at 8 years old. He always found his way back into the room. And it's like, now I don't got that. I'll be in that bed alone sometimes. I'll cuddle his ashes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Well, I'm so grateful for you to come on here and us being able to talk about Javi. I'm grateful.
And same with you and Xavier. Like, I know we need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I just cried and even though it's painful, it's like we need that as grieving parents to be understood and to be heard. Especially with our situations. You know what I'm saying? It's really important to us. And I learned that. I'm almost 3 years deep. You're 6 months in. And it's like, things will change. Like, unfortunately they will. Like, 6 months, when I was in 6 months, I still had everybody in my face. Still a big support system. Now I'm 3 years down and you'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't see that day that was going to happen where everybody disappeared, but they did. So it's like,
I'm waiting for it, because like I said, people told me
don't wait for it, but just know,
No, so me,
because hopefully maybe your support system won't, like, maybe they won't, I'm saying, just disappear, but you don't never know. I didn't think that my support system would just be like, text me and be like, hey, you okay? Like,
well, my support system, as far as like one, I know my siblings, they're not going nowhere. My mom, my siblings, and my dad, they ain't going nowhere. When I tell you the amount of support that they had, and again, like,
and I'm glad you have that, because you need it. Like, we need it.
That's bad, because going through what I went through and you going through what you went through is not easy to go through. So,
and I can't, like, me and OJ can't rely on each other for support or help because we grieve very differently. And it's like, both of us sad. What the fuck is that going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I definitely get it, because it's times where I'm going through it and, I want to talk to his, Xavier's mom, but she grieves.
You feel like that's the only one that can understand.
That's exactly why. That's the only person that understands exactly how I feel, because we both lost our son, but she grieves a different way. She doesn't like really talking about it,
That's OJ. That's the same exact way.
And,
he doesn't like talking about it.
And, I'm not going to force her to talk about anything, because at the end of the day, everybody grieves in their own way.
I don't. When he balls up and shuts down, I leave him, because my grief is different than his grief.
Yes.
So I can't understand what he went through. But now seeing the body cam footage, it puts it more in perspective for me. Like, he was standing right there. Fuck there.
Right there.
With Jerry in his arm. Standing right there.
Seeing that when
so it's like,
so,
I would never force him to speak. That's why, if those who don't know, it's supposed to be Javi's dad sitting in his chair talking to you, dad and dad grief. He couldn't do it. He can't do it. He doesn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And we got to understand it. We got to respect it. So a lot of people tell me, how come it's always you? I never see Javi's dad, because Javi's dad is grieving differently. Yeah. Not only is he dealing with grief, he's dealing with trauma. Trauma. He was there. He saw it. Yep. He was with his kid moments before it happened. That's different. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not like it was like he was far away from him when it happened.
Right there.
It was right there. So
yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely get that.
I feel like one day he will, when he feels the release that it gives you, because you cry, you break down, you freak out, you get mad, you break things or whatever. But afterwards, it's like, I let that out, because it was stuck in me.
And that's why I want to talk, not even on here. I want to talk to him personally.
Yeah.
Man, like, in front of each other, because him being able to talk to somebody who knows what he's going through, you know.
That's what I try to tell him.
You know,
especially because it's like a dad and a dad.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, females, we're more empathetic, we're more sentimental, we're more emotional. Like, you know what I'm saying? But a dad and a dad, and y'all still feel that same type of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all could talk about that grief together, but you know.
But again, you know, when he's ready to come on here, that's a separate thing. But I want to talk to him personally because...
And I think it'll be good for him because he doesn't talk to me either about grief. He doesn't talk to no one about it. He doesn't let it out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I have a friend that's here with us right now, and she's seen it firsthand. And he might be upset that I put it out there, but people should see what we go through, because y'all just heard me say all the goofy shit I said that grief does to me. And she's seen it. She came into my house one day and it was like a coffee cup, and he had engraved like sayings on this coffee cup, and it was like, why even live? Why am I here? I miss my son. And it's like, that was his outlet of getting it out, because he doesn't talk to me. He doesn't like talk to anyone. He doesn't bring it up. Like, and we caught that coffee cup, and I was like, oh my fucking God, like it hit me hard as shit. Like, damn, like he's really fucking struggling inside too. And that's sad. You know, he engraved, it was like a styrofoam coffee cup. And like, you know how you can engrave, and that's the things that he wrote on there. It was, why am I here right now? I don't deserve to live. Like, I'm sorry, Javi. Like, that's fucked up. Like, that's fucked up. And that man did this to us. He did that to us because he wanted to have fucking fun. That's crazy. Yep.
Well, guess what? Now he can have fun in jail. And, you know, I'm sorry that, you know, y'all have to go through this. And I'm sorry that we're part of a club of mourning parents.
Yeah.
But the one thing that we're going to do is we can stick together and get through this as much as, you know, as hard as it's going to be, you know, we got each other. Because it sucks that it took so long for me and you to meet, you know, but
I'm glad we did.
Yes.
And, you know, like I told you before we even did the podcast, like, hey, you ever need someone to talk to, like, I'm here, you know. Obviously we can't fix it. We can't make each other feel better in that sense, but I'm here to listen. Yes. I'm here to tell you you're understood and you're heard, because I do understand and I do fucking hear you. And that's all I can offer, you know, to any grieving parent, because I'm still lost myself, but I can listen to you and I can definitely understand you.
Yes.
And that's for anyone that's grieving a child, or, you know, grieving in general, because like I said, grieving is hard.
Yes.
I've said it like 50 times during this podcast.
Yes.
This podcast was about grief, and I'm trying to explain to y'all what this grief does.
Yeah. So, again, I appreciate everything. I appreciate you, you know, taking the time out of your day to come and talk about your son, and talk about everything that happened, talk about Javi's law, talk about, you know, how you're feeling inside, because this is therapeutic. So, like I said, I want you back on here again, because there's so much more that we got to talk about.
Hopefully the next time I'm on here, I'm able to like show you guys the body camera footage, because I feel like that in itself puts a different perspective on the whole situation. Like when you really see it, you're like, oh my fucking God, like I didn't know it was that bad. Oh, it was that bad. It was that bad.
Yeah. Well, next time when you come on, I mean, hopefully we can, because again, Javi's story's, you know, still going on, and you know, his story needs to be told. But again, it was such a blessing to have you on here.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming on here and telling your story. I appreciate your son's dad for being as strong as he can. You know, and again, same thing goes out to you. If we need to talk, anything, I'm here for you.
I appreciate all the support. You already know.
Yeah, definitely. So for everybody that tuned into this episode, I really do appreciate y'all. You know, y'all love and support goes a long way. You know, especially when it comes to Javier Velez and Xavier Gregory. You know, these are two lives that were lost, you know, and, you know, we are two grieving parents, you know, going through a very hard time, you know, in life, trying to navigate through something that we've never been through, you know, that is so hard to go through. But
no one trains you for that. No one, when you grow up, they don't teach you how to, like, okay, just in case you lose your kid, this is what you got to do. You're not experienced for that. No one knows how to deal with that
at all. So, but again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, Xavier, you know, Javi, you know, we want y'all to know that we're going to keep fighting for y'all. You know, y'all, just because y'all not here physically, just know we going to keep fighting until the end of time, bro. And we mean that. I made this, for y'all. Y'all may not have met in life, but I hope y'all together like this up there watching us
I
do
hope
this.
so too. I really do.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they're up there together now. Like, look at our parents.
Mhm.
Look at our parents. And
Definitely.
I want to hope that shit like that is real. Like, I
Oh,
really
yeah.
want to think that, but it's like
Oh,
faith.
Yeah, no, it's definitely there. But again, guys, we love y'all. Everybody, hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. Again, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. And for anybody who's still grieving out there, this is for y'all. Y'all can come up here and talk about everything. This is not just about me. This is not, just about what happened to them. Your story needs to be told as well. Just know that the options out there for y'all. Xavier, Javi, we love you. Thank you for everything, and long live y'all.
Oh shit.